to damage.
So scientists are studying their biology for its cancer-fighting secrets. It's a reminder that discoveries can sometimes come from places you don't expect.
Cancer Research UK is the world's largest charitable funder of cancer research. Thousands of scientists, of doctors and nurses, work across more than 20 treatments and new innovations. Support them. Visit cancerresearchuk.org/rest is science. I looked up the average weight of a hamster. I've gone for, if you're interested, a chubby Syrian hamster, 150 grams. That's their general weight. If you wanted to turn one of those into a black hole, the problem is that you have to shrink it down to be so small that it's not just about squishing it, it's about obliterating the concept of space within it. Okay, so
Excellent.
here's the sort of breakdown, right? The Schwarzschild radius, this is a calculation, it's an equation that tells you how wide something needs to be before essentially it becomes a black hole, before the density becomes so great that it becomes a black hole. So when you run the calculation for a hamster at 0.15 kilograms, you work out that the Schwarzschild radius is 2.2 times 10 to the minus 28 meters, okay, which is, I'm going to say it, small. To put that into perspective, a proton is 10 to the minus 15 meters.
Oh no, so you've got to squish all the hamster's mass into a volume smaller than a proton.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, size of atoms, forget it. That's like gigantically vast in comparison to the size this hamster's got to get down. It's got to be 10 trillion times smaller than a single proton. Which, if you want to put that in perspective, it's the hamster is to a proton at the moment what a grain of sand is to the entire Earth, basically, right? So it's going to be so small. So, okay, then the consequence of what happens when you do that is phenomenal.
Does it hurt the hamster?
I think we've got a sort of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type smallizer machine.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, good.
Hamster miniaturizer machine. I think the hamster's fine.
Imagine that, and the hamster is fine the whole time. It just like starts to realize, hey, my gravitational force is getting stronger. I've become a black hole. Dang it.
Damn it. Okay, I'm going to tell you the hamster is fine. Spoiler alert, not everyone else is. Just bear with me for a second, because here's the thing, right? To the density, we know what the hamster weighs. It's 150 grams of like fur and cheeks, but it's now squished into this subatomic speck, which means the density that's required is 3.3 times 10 to the 81 kilograms per meter cubed. Okay, people can check my calculations on this if you like, but just to visualize that sort of crunch, water 1,000 kilograms per meter cube, steel 8,000, the core of the sun 150,000, a neutron star, which is the most densest object in the entire universe, is 10 to the 17 kilograms per meter cubed. Our hamster, remember, 10 to the 81. Okay, so basically it needs to be, I mean, many gazillions denser than a neutron star for this to work.
Well, sure. I mean, we're trying to make a black hole. Like, it's got to be denser than any regular matter.
Sure, but this is like even denser than that. And the problem is that, okay, according to Hawking radiation, little black holes will evaporate over time. But this tiny little hamster black hole is going to be so unstable that it will probably only last for about 10 to the minus 26 seconds, right? So I mean, it barely exists. But what that means is that once it's down to this tiny size, it instantly converts its entire mass of 150 grams back into pure energy, right? And E equals mc squared.
Ouch.
So what this means is the moment that you finish miniaturizing your hamster, it would detonate, and the energy release would be about 3.2 megatons of TNT, which is about 200 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped in Hiroshima.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can, if you want to, Brandon, but I would say don't.
Wow. If you turned your hamster into a black hole, you would create a nuclear bomb.
Probably be at least the end of the country you're in, if not wider. There'd be a nuclear winter that would wipe out much of the planet, I imagine.
Now, this hamster, during its tiny fraction of a second that it's a black hole, it will at least be free. It'll be able to leave its cage.
Yeah. Look, I think when people try and say that one small creature cannot make a difference, I think this is evidence to the contrary.
It depends how you define can. Look, I can imagine some like oppressed hamster saying, "One of these days I will compress my mass into a size smaller than a proton, and then you'll all be sorry."
You'll all be sorry. Hey, you know what? I think we've just found a new plot for a new Pixar film.
Yeah, the hamster who became a black hole.
Yeah,
Copyright The Rest Is Science 2026.
too right. Okay, speaking of shrinking objects down, I've got another question for you, Michael. This one's from Edward. He asks, I've heard that if the Earth was shrunk down to the size of a pool ball, it would be smoother than any other man made object. Is this true? I mean, first of all, wouldn't be small enough to be a black hole.
No, it wouldn't. The Earth's Schwarzschild radius is, funny enough, I actually literally have it right here.
Yeah, we'd had this in gravity, right?
It'd be about like, I think 0.8 centimeters. Yeah, so if all of Earth's mass existed in this volume, you could be so close to all that mass that even light couldn't escape. But if we're just shrinking it down to the size of a pool ball, I mean, we're still talking about something dangerous, denser than a neutron star, but not quite able to capture light. I think light could be, very bent by it. But here's to answer your question, Edward. It would not be particularly smooth. In fact, the Earth squeezed down to the size of a pool ball would be about as rough as 320 grit sandpaper. So the next time you're at a hardware store, find the 320 grit and feel that. That's what a giant would feel if they grasped Earth. Now, the myth that the Earth is smoother than a pool ball comes from a misreading of the International Pool Association's rules. I don't know if that's the actual governing body, but they say a pool ball must be built with a diameter of 2.25 inches plus or minus 0.005 inches. All right.
Oh,
So that's 5 thousandths of an inch. And people have taken that to mean that a pool ball can have craters and bumps that are 5 thousandths of an inch. And at the scale of Earth, that would mean 28-kilometer high mountains and trenches. So obviously, the Earth is smoother than a pool ball.
right.
But that's not what the regulation means. The regulation isn't telling us about the texture, it's telling us about the spherical nature of the ball, how off, how oblate it can be. And so if you actually look at real pool balls, they have like sub-micron scratches on them for real. Like a really well-used, quite scuffed up pool ball is going to have these little tiny scratches that you can see under a microscope, and they correspond to bumps and crannies that are actually much smaller than the Marianas Trench on Earth or Mount Everest would be at that scale. So, sorry to say, the Earth is not smoother than a pool ball. It is as smooth as 320 grit sandpaper, which I'm trying to think of things in real life that would feel that way. I think maybe like,
Well, where is 320 on the spectrum? From like if you start off with the coarsest of all, where you're like just trying to get the surface down, what number's that?
if you're trying to like remove material, you're using an extra coarse sandpaper that could be like a 24, a 30, a 36. These things are like hilarious. It's almost like a saw, a piece of paper that's a
Okay.
saw. These are all macro grit sandpaper. You look at it and it looks like someone glued a bunch of rocks to some paper. But when you get into the they call them micro grit sandpapers, the very fine ones are about 240 grit. But for Earth's texture, we need extra fine
Okay.
between 320 and 360. So those are going to be, used for wood polishing, to initiate polishing. The idea that a pool ball can have these 5,000th sized pits and craters, that's describing 120 grit, which is one of those, like, that'd be fine. That can't even remove varnish or paint on wood. It's so fine. But that's not Earth.
All right. Okay. So this is sort of somewhere in the middle. So I mean, if you sort of run your finger along this sandpaper, it's not like your finger is sort of getting stuck as you're going. It's like you can run your finger across it. It's just you can also feel that it's not perfectly smooth.
Yes, you would say, wow, this is not smooth. for sure.
Right. Because the other one I've heard um, is about the fingerprint. Have you heard this one?
What's this one?
That if you shrunk the Earth down to the size of a pool ball and a giant held it in their hand, then the craters and peaks of their fingerprint would be greater. I mean, this is making some quite strong assumptions about the the biological surfaces of this giant and the fingertips of this giant, but the craters in your fingerprint are greater than you see on Earth.
Yes, this is the thing. 'Cause these are the numbers that I think you might have wanted. That human fingers can feel objects as small as 13 nanometers.
Really?
We are incredibly sensitive to the vibrations caused by touching an object like that, which means that if your finger was the size of the earth, you could touch the earth and feel the difference between a house and a car.
No.
Our sense of touch is a miracle. It blows your mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. I'm just feeling these scratches on my table just to see like the you're right, they're like really tiny little scratches. You can actually feel them with your fingertips.
Yeah, and we might not be able to count the scratches, but we can tell between two different surfaces how they feel and that one's different than the other because of sub-microscopic texture differences. So a house and a car on the earth to a giant whose finger was as big as the planet, it would feel different. They'd be like, oh, that's a parking lot. Oh, there's no buildings here. They would be able to tell.
Oh, Buckingham Palace.
This whole earth is smoother than a pool ball nonsense. Come on, let's grow up. Earth
Yeah.
is bumpy. Its bumpiness deserves some credit.
Stop doing that, internet. Okay, well, we've got some bumpiness for you in the second half of this because, boy, have I got an object for you. Michael, can you describe what I am holding in my hand?
It looks like a short twig,
Yes, it does.
a very bumpy stick-colored stick.
I've got another one here.
Oh, and now you've just pulled up a shorter one. It looks like petrified wood, like a petrified twig, because it's sort of grayish brown and rough. It looks very organic. Again, it's only about as long as a pinky finger, slightly bumpy and gray and brown. It might be hollow.
You are right. It is. It's so I deliberately showed you this side because if oh my God, my nails are so bad. We could not put
I
them
was
on.
going to say, Hannah, I cannot believe those nails.
You know, I know you're being sarcastic, but you would not believe the amount of criticism that will come my way.
I'm saying it so that they don't. I'm stealing their thunder. Nails? More like snails. I don't know. Does that make sense?
So right, you are absolutely right that it's about the length of a pinky finger. It's very knobbly. It's brown. It doesn't look very interesting at all. You would walk past this lying on the ground and not notice it at all. But if I turn it round, this might give you a slightly better clue because on the other side you can see that it's hollow and inside it has this glassy texture.
Oh, like a geode almost.
Almost. And it feels like glass.
Oh, yeah. I can hear you banging it on your table, and it sounds like a piece of fine porcelain.
It does indeed. Okay, here is my big reveal. What I am holding in my hand is fossilized lightning.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? So what happens is that lightning, often, millions of years ago, but you can, I mean, all basically throughout the entire history of the Earth, lightning hits sand. Okay, can you see that one? This one's a bit clearer, I think.
And it turns it to glass.
And it turns it to glass, yes, because what happens is, I mean, if you imagine having a bucket of sand and like shining a mega powerful laser in there, then any sand that's touching the laser will just like instantly melt into goo. The goo then sort of like cools down into this hollow tube of glass, but the very middle of it doesn't just melt, it actually vaporizes. Where the lightning hits the center of this, it will actually vaporize. So you have this hollow tube, this hollow glass tube. And then what happens is that the sort of gas from the vaporized sand expands outwards, creating this basically this glass straw, right? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, okay, right. So it's so hot in the middle, it turns not into a liquid, into a goo, but into a gas.
Yeah.
Glass gas.
Glass gas, exactly. And what is amazing about these things, okay, so Darwin in particular, he was obsessed by these. They're called fulgurites, by the way. They're really cheap. I got these on eBay. They're like 9, 10 quid each. I mean, there's loads of them. They're not like you're not going to find this on a walk in Epping Forest. Like you got to go to the right part of the world to see a lot of these. But like across the world, there's a lot of them because there is a lot of lightning that's happening at any moment in time.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, there is a really brilliant website which is called blitzortung.org, where you can see it's a live map of where lightning is striking across the world. It comes with sounds as well.
So it plays a sound for every lightning strike that occurs on Earth in real time?
In real time, exactly. And there's way more lightning going on than you would imagine. I mean, right now there's a little pocket going on in southern Europe, loads across Australia, a big band. Essentially, by the equator is where you get lots and lots of it. Almost very rarely get lightning at the poles.
Yeah.
And one of the theories about that, by the way, is that it's cosmic rays that give the sort of potential to, in order to sort of trigger off a lightning strike, where you get some potential difference in clouds.
Oh, no
Um,
kidding. Cosmic rays once again
Once
playing a
again, those
role.
guys,
Particles of mini hats.
yeah.
So they like seed the process required for lightning to happen.
So I think it's the other way around. So there's
Hmm.
this the sort of main theory is about how in within clouds you have ice and you have sort of like sloppy hail, right? Like soft hail that interact with each other, that crash into each other because of the turbulence in clouds, and then they end up separating. They have different charges, but they end up separating because one's lighter than the other. So that's how you get the sort of the potential difference between different layers of the cloud. But there is this idea, this theory that cosmic rays then act as like the seed for that lightning to start, which I really like.
Wow. All right. So why did you pick these up? Just as decoration? Did you use them to teach?
Hey, it's a glass straw, Michael. What's not to like? Um, no, I read about how much Darwin liked them, and I just wanted to see how easy it was to get hold of, because they are really amazing. That you would have something, because it's essentially they're so rough and knobbly on the outside because that's where the sand is, right? The sand is stuck to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But on the inside, I mean, it's a shame that I can't give this to you in person, but they are so smooth and glassy on the inside. It's like it sort of feels otherworldly. It sort of feels like this is a freak moment that has created this
Yeah. Well, it was a freak moment. It's natural glass. It's
natural glass.
accidental glass. Have you ever used one as a straw?
No, I was joking. I should do that. I mean, it's not going to hurt you.
But you should, right? If they're only 9 quid each.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how brittle are they? Could you carry it around as a reusable straw?
Shall I try and snap it?
Well,
I reckon
yes.
I reckon you could. Shall I? For the purposes.
For the purposes of this video, it's worth it.
Ready? Okay, I'm going to try and snap it. Ah,
Whoa, that was easy. That
yeah,
was brittle.
that was. That was. Now I've just either halved the price or doubled it.
Yeah, you may have doubled it.
The thing that's nice about these is that because they've been being created across the whole history of the Earth, what they do is that as that glass sort of melts and then hardens, it traps these little air bubbles inside it. So there's all the way down here, there'll be all these little air bubbles, and that's a sort of like a taste, as it were, of the air at that moment in time whenever the fulgurite happened. So what scientists do is they take these, they work out how old they are, and they allow them to sort of see what the atmosphere was like in the Sahara Desert, for example, 15,000 years ago, see what kind of plants were there, see what kind of carbon isotopes were in the air. You really sort of get this way to look backwards in time using these little things. It's cool, isn't it?
So by breaking that one,
Mm.
you may have released a few molecules of prehistoric air.
I think this one's quite a new one, to be honest. Smells modern.
Smells Victorian, maybe.
Victorian, exactly. There is this fulgurite has this quite terrifying cousin, which is called trinitite.
Yes, I was going to say that is not naturally formed glass. It's glass that humans made by blowing up and testing nuclear weapons.
Exactly. So when the first atomic bomb was detonated in New Mexico, the Trinity test, the heat from that melted the desert sand and it turned it green as well. It's this radioactive glass. That one I did not buy on eBay.
That's harder to get because it doesn't just happen every time there's a lightning storm, or not every time, but you have to test a nuclear weapon around sand, and then you've got some trinitite, which of course is named after the Trinity site where the first atomic full-scale testing occurred. But I think it's probably called trinitite no matter where it forms now.
I think it probably is. Yeah, I think it probably is. You've got history of buying radioactive objects. Just for your own interest. I seem to remember you telling us about some radioactive lead at one point.
Yeah. Well, you can get radioactive lead isotopes just mail order. You could probably get them off of Amazon today. My mom got me some radioactive lead for my bubble chamber when I was a kid. And it was at the tip of a needle inside a little test tube, and she made me keep it in the garage. But we also just bought some autunite, which is a uranium bearing mineral. My colleague, who lives in a different city, acquired a large amount of this mineral, and it came in a lead-lined box with a big warning on it that says stay 5 meters away. So we found a suitable location, and there's like warning labels and stuff, but it's still not really concentrated enough. We want to remove as much of the elements that aren't uranium as possible. Now, we don't quite know how to enrich the uranium.
Yeah.
But I might make some calls.
I would say that's closely guarded state secrets, isn't it? Uranium enrichment.
Yeah, I mean, we've looked into how to enrich uranium, and the old centrifuge process, just, I don't know how to make a good enough centrifuge. And you've got to, they don't really tell you exactly how to do it. Today, I think they use a lot of lasers. And in the future, I think they'll do nothing. I think that we're developing ways to power nuclear power stations just with uranium ore that doesn't need to be processed and enriched, which is great, which is really great.
Well, I think that's bringing us towards the end of this episode. But you can tune in next week to hear more about Michael's adventures into deeply troubling uranium enrichment, or find out whether he's been smuggled away by the FBI.
I know. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have said that because I've ruined the surprise, but not for everybody.
All right. Well, we'll be back on Tuesday with hopefully another episode, as long as Michael remains a free man. So yeah, catch us then.
I will be in a week. I'll see you guys then.
Ladies and nuggets, get comfortable, because this is a big one. Grab some food, have a poo. You're probably doing that while you're watching this. This is the 2026 Linux Summer Games. Totally nothing to do with anything that rhymes with Olympics. My goodness, they protect their IPs. This is a computer sporting event. There are 6 teams totaling 12 computers. 12 of them. I'm so glad I built these like a year ago before the sadness happened. I've been studying the Steam surveys, and this is modern gaming in front of us. Here it is. I feel this really accurately represents the modern gaming landscape, because not everyone has new stuff. We got some new stuff here, but people are using stuff from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 generations ago. How do these hold up? Well, as I said, this is a computer sporting event. So what events do we have? One of the hardest things for a computer to do is to render 3D graphics. It's epically difficult. And I found these games, cutting edge brand new ones like Black Myth Wukong. Cyberpunk is just famous for being difficult to benchmark. But some classic games as well, because we want to make sure that we're not losing support for stuff that that we already knew how to do. I chose these games because they run on both Windows and Linux. I'm looking at you, F1 2025. They have inbuilt benchmarks so we can get really accurate numbers, and it doesn't have mandatory ray tracing support, which is just a death song for old equipment that still works great. I don't know, you should be allowed to turn it off. Even if it looks terrible, you can still play the game and the story. Hey mate, look, it's simple. We're going to take these games, run them on Windows under their own recommended settings, and then install Bazite, and then run the exact same settings again. Same hardware, same settings. Who is faster? Oh, what's that smell? Oh, it's boring time. Ah, I should have warned yous. I just got to explain one thing, but don't worry, I've provided some fun here in the background, so just focus on the fun. Because if the winner of this is just who's the fastest, then like a 5090 is just going to clean up, even running at half speed. That sucks. That doesn't represent gaming at all. Computer stuff is expensive. In the last 4 months, it's become very expensive. And you don't want to waste your money on hardware and get nothing back. Mates, this is a game of efficiency. You can't just cheat and brute force a win out of this. I want to keep this super realistic and relatable. You're using your computer, your hardware. You decide to run Linux or Bazite. Is it faster or is it slow? Everything's based against Windows because everyone's using Windows. We're trying to get away from it. Say Windows got 100 FPS and Bazite got 75. Well, then it's a 25% lean to Windows, which sucks because we don't want to lean to Windows. We want to get away. And then say on another game, Windows gets 98 and Linux gets 100. Well, then that's a 2% lean to Linux, which is good. We always want to go faster on Linux. That's the dream. The winner is the one who Windows is the least, or Linux is the most. It's the same end result. And for Windows, you just got to run the latest one you can. A lot of these machines aren't allowed to run Windows 11. With all the updates, including NVIDIA app and AMD Adrenaline. And then on Bazite, it's just click System Update, and then that's it. And hardcore Linux people getting mad, I'm not going to go right into the nitty gritty and find every little setting and flick every single switch, because no one wants to do that. No one wants to tinker with the OS. It's why consoles are so popular. And if all this seems confusing, mate, don't worry, we've got some gorgeous graphics I'm going to show you. So, you focus on that poo. Oh, what's that? The opening ceremony is beginning. We get to meet all the contestants in this amazing sporting event. Team number 1 is the local heroes. These, according to the Steam surveys, these are the machines that you're more likely using. Here they are. 10th gen i5 with a 3060 in it, and the real 3060, yeah, with the 12 gigs of VRAM in it, and the captain of the team with 5800 X3D, greatest AM4 chip ever done, and the 4060, which is the next generation on. Only 8 gigs of VRAM, gosh, that's modern, but the pair of these are the most popular GPUs right now. Team number 2, the Desperate Gamers. Yeah, that's an old Dell with a 1650 smashed in it. And those 16 gigs of DDR3 in it are now worth more than I paid for this whole rig. What a world. Captain of the team, a 2nd gen Ryzen 7 with an RX 590 GME, which is basically an RX 580 from 2017, but then rebooted in 2020 as a budget card in mainland China. Driver support is the big hang up with Linux, and this would be the wild card. Team number 3, the mythical legends. Back in the day, these were the stinkiest computers of their generation. I mean, back in 2016, you had a 1080 Ti, you big pants, 11 gigs of VRAM flaring away, which is still good today, depressingly. And the captain, RTX 3080. This still hangs out hard today. This is still a very powerful computer. Team 4, the AMD resistance movement. Resisting NVIDIA and Intel single-handedly. Amazing gaming CPUs, and they're really finding their legs with the GPUs. 7800 X3D with a 9060 XT, the proper 16 gig one, but the captain of the team is arguably the fastest AMD rig you can build. I mean, 9800 X3D and the 7900 XTX. Still hangs top of the heap for AMD. Team 5, the Fallen Angels. Yeah, look at these two. Stock coolers are blazing. With AMD's AM4 supposed to be kind of ended life, but no one knows anymore, and, support kind of waning for the RX 6000 stuff, this is a system that a lot of people have, but support is getting shaky for. Intel's kind of in the dumpster after the 13th and 14th gen. My Beast rig with 13900K, it died, by the way. It will not be competing in these games. So yeah, this is an Intel Ultra 5 with an Intel Arc B580. Yes, an Intel GPU. But very good sources I've spoken to have told me that this thing is meant to light up everything. Absolute wild card here, I can't wait. And the final team, the super best friends. These are my computers. These are my personal machines. I edit out of a MacBook and then go home to these. I think I got this laptop for $800 US a couple years ago, and it's still hanging out just fine. It's like the Ford Mustang of laptops. It just blows heat all the time and is completely uncontrollable, but makes your games pretty good. And since my Beast rig died and I got my first tax return in 10 years, I put it into this. I didn't know I was building this right before madness was kicking in. But this is the greatest rig I've ever built. I feel bad owning it. Total 1%ers machine. It's dead silent, and like you can lug it upstairs. You can bring it with you. It's so compact. It's basically one of the fastest PCs you could game on. So as you see, there is a heckin' smorgasbord of ancient garbage to top-end absolute decadence. A lot of the stuff being used hardware, I've got to make sure it's running properly. That's what 3D Mark is for. You run the benchmark and it compares it against all other machines using the exact same hardware, and it tells you if it's good or not. Sometimes it's, better than other people's systems. This is the Firestrike benchmark, and all of them passed. All of them got through. The Dell at the bottom and the 5090 at the top. Well, that's everyone introduced then. The only last thing to say is that we are going to be using Olympic rules, which is that most gold medals win. That's the thing. You can have 10 silvers, but if the other team has a gold, they win. Although we are adding a shame-based element to this, which is that whoever comes last gets an egg. And if you DNF, you automatically get an egg. So if everyone DNFs, that's 12 eggs. Full egg out. So not only are we going to find the best, the most consistent, we'll also learn the eggiest. And we're going to be doing this at 1080 to start with. But anyway, first game, Black Myth Wukong at 1080p. Up first are the local heroes. We're going to be sending out the 3060 first. So the game automatically set it to high. Wow. I mean, it's got that 12 gigs VRAM in it. Wow. This is nearly 100 FPS. 101, 103. So there's our score. That's what we're using. It's the average 90 FPS. Well, this is pretty annoying, having to wait for the shaders to compile in, because it's a fresh install on Bazite. But yeah, oh no! What? Out of VRAM? It's got 12 gigs in it! It ran on Windows! No! Piece of junk! Oh no, the first score on the scoreboard and it's an egg out. Crap. Maybe the captain of the team could pull it off, huh? 4060, the next gen, but less VRAM. Well, there's basically no point going through any of this, because it too completely egged out in the exact same way. 2 eggs! This is making Linux look crappy. Wow, the local heroes did really crappy. Well, maybe the next team will save the day. Oh no! It's the Desperate Gamers! Oh no, it's the old Dell with a 1650 smashed in it. This is from 2014. Naturally, all the settings are set to low. Yes. I mean, Windows gets all the driver support. It's where all the features go. And look, we're pulling 60-something FPS. Except the water textures be looking a little bit wide up. They're pretty stinking simple. But this is like a 12-year-old Dell with a 1650 in it, which is a budget card from 2019. This at least proves that these machines can still absolutely game. Yep. Make that 3 eggs. This isn't good. This is making Linux look really crappy. All these computers worked on Windows. Oh no. The captain of the team has a shot because it's all AMD. It's old all AMD, but all AMD all the same. So here we are on Windows Medium. Whoa, it's got a little more poke than I thought. I love seeing nearly 60 FPS on old stuff like this. I mean, the water texture a little bit wide up, but this is gaming. We're nearly hitting 60. What's that, 62 FPS under the bridge? Well, a final score of 56. Like it even matters. Like, I expect everything except for the big stuff to egg out at this point. Oh my goodness, it's running. Oh my goodness, we're in Black Myth Wukong on a computer running Bazite. Whoa, wait a minute, this seems faster. I swear this is faster. We got 62 FPS last time. 68! 69, nice! This is faster! This isn't just working, this is better! I mean, a final score of 56 to be 61! No way! Look at that graphics card driver. That's how you know it's running on Linux. You finally get to see the scoring system. There it is. It is 8.9% faster on Linux versus Windows. incredible. There's no time to bask in the glory because the mythical legends are up next. I'm so pumped for this 1080 Ti. I want to see this thing absolutely shine because on Windows it still does. Here it is on Windows. Medium? Nah, we set that to high. God, it's a 1080 Ti, it can handle it. Oh man, these are kind of blurry looking. I mean, any flickerings from filming a monitor? Because I wanted to do this pure, not into a capture card to confuse any graphics cards. But I mean, we're pulling like, what, 100 FPS under the bridge? But it kind of be looking vintage looking. Uh-oh. We're not getting 1080p. This is like 700p or something. We're getting 3 FPS at the homepage here. I heard that there is no 1080 Ti support at all for Linux, like nothing. And we might be seeing that here. The game has already put the settings on low, and I don't think low enough. Oh my goodness, it's happening. That's it! We've got it! This is a successful 0 FPS we're looking at. That number... Whoa! What's happening to the water? Oh man, I thought the water textures were bad with the RX 590. Oh my goodness, it's running though. This is the first NVIDIA graphics card to actually load the game, and it looks like this. And it's a 1080 Ti. This is heartbreaking. It successfully got 0. This is useless for any sort of scoring, but it also didn't egg out, so it didn't come last. I don't even know how to score this thing. A 0, right? It doesn't matter. It borderline egged out, but technically didn't. Come on, Captain, the 3080, king of 2020 this thing, and still a stinky computer. Yep. Very high settings. The game automatically set that. Makes sense. We got a 3080. Again, sorry for any flickering. We're filming a monitor, again, because it's pure, right? Like, no capture cards, faking resolutions. But yeah, very high settings. We're getting, like, through the bridge here, what, 70, 74? Oh, the water textures look more correct. That's nice. There's our score, 65 FPS to beat. Surely the 3080 is going to brute force this. It loaded. We can set the settings to very high. It is running. Although it seems a lot slower. We're getting 74 through the bridge there, and here we're getting like 54. It's 30% faster on Windows, which sucks. We're trying to get away from Windows, but it's actually a successful score with a Linux GPU. All right, finally, I want to see some magic. These AMD machines better light me up. Like Linux and AMD, it's meant to be joined at the hip. And sending out the 9070 XT first. Like, this is like the people's GPU. People are grabbing these heaps. Very high settings. Ooh. So yes, this is Windows again, and wow, man, like nearly 80 FPS. Wow, under the bridge, 84. Sweet. I mean, it's running, which is amazing at this rate, but it seems a lot slower. I mean, we're getting like, what, 84 under the bridge here? 55? Aww. Where's the AMD magic? 57% faster on Windows. Gosh, that is so depressing. Where's the AMD magic? We're only seeing it from the old GME. Well, it's time for the captain of the team, the 7900 XTX, stinkiest AMD card on paper. Yeah, the game set it to cinematic. It's like, have it all. Oh yeah, that stinky card action. Look at 155, 160 FPS, like 170 FPS under the bridge. These are such good cards. I picked this up so cheap after the 9000 series came out. All right, Bazite time. Whoa, I saw 200 FPS there for a second. No way! Is this going faster? No way! Right, we've got 170 through the bridge here. What are we? We're doing 186, 88, 10.9% faster on Linux. Didn't match Windows. It beat it. Yes! That's the AMD magic. There it is up there. Turn for the fallen angels. This AM4 build with the 6600 in it is such a popular build, and it's all AMD as well. We could get all AMD magic. All right, we're in Windows first. Oh, it's set it to high settings. I like that. Man, 80, 79, yeah, 81 FPS? This is sweet. No wonder why people have these. Going under the bridge, what do we pull? 89, 88. The average score of 80 FPS to beat. Let's boot up that Bazite. Ooh. Ooh, this is close. This is close. Or this might actually be edging ahead. Through the bridge, we got 89 last time. 90! 92! Get him! Yes! We're seeing the AMD magic. We're seeing the AMD magic. That's the AMD magic. Look at it. Look at the AMD machines. That GME. Time for the wild card, the Intel Arc B580. I've never used an Intel GPU before, even in Windows. Ooh, high settings. All right, Mr. B580. Whoa, my first frames rendered on an Arc card. Through the bridge, 53. Yeah, 53, with a final average score of 48 FPS. Well, it booted up, so that's a winner. And, that looks a little bit slower. I thought we were touching 40, 50, and now we're kind of mid-30s. I mean, through the bridge, last time we got 53. This is 40, 37. Didn't see any B580 magic either, so that's where that lives. Ah, crap, it's time for my machines, my actual computers. Gotta do my 4060 laptop first. You better not let me down. You're my actual machine. It's got the settings on high, right? Like the other 8 gig cards. Yeah, whoa, 115 FPS, 109.20. That's awesome. This is on a laptop. What are we getting through the bridge? 124, 27, 127. 116 is the number to beat. That's really good. Oh, stupid professional cameras. If you don't tell them exactly what they'll do, they'll do this to you. Yes, it's out of focus and whatever. I'm an idiot. But like through here, it's doing 111, whereas last time it was 127. 8.4% lean to Windows. You know what? It's not that bad, really. Holy stink, it's time for the big boss, the 5090 Juggernaut. This thing is gonna smash. Of course, ray tracing's on maximum. We don't need any of that frame gen. Set that thing to cinematic. Only 96 FPS, yeah. But this is with max settings. Look at those like stinking leaves and the light coming off of it. Stinking ray tracing. And now we can skip straight to the results board because it DNF'd out. It showed a black screen and did nothing more. Yep. Yeah, that's right. The 5090 egged out. Let's see the final results here. Well, there's the final results for this event. The 7900 XTX just smashed. 10% faster. Gold medal, well deserved. The RX 590, what a little nugget. It did great. You see, it's not about who's the outright fastest, who's the most efficient. It's like the real rubber meeting the road. Look how good that 6600 is, sitting in third place. So good. And my goodness, so many eggs. Massively disappointed by the 5090, and also not surprised given my history with this thing, but also very disappointed in 9060 XT. 57% slower with an all AMD build. Here's the medal tally so far. Very uninteresting. We're only just getting started, but it's Team AMD in the lead. All right, time for the next event, Cyberpunk 2077 at 1080p. So this is the running order. We're back with the local heroes. Back the old 3060 with its 12 gigs of VRAM, set to ray tracing low. And yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, a little bit of ray tracing. How brave. So here on Windows, what are we getting? 76, 78 at 80 at this bit, 90. Anything above 60 is just gravy. Just looks great. 73.55 to beat. So a lot of settings were missing, like no DLSS or ray tracing, and also all of the benchmark. This is what it does. It just goes stinking black screen, and that's all you get. The machine hasn't crashed, but the game doesn't run. Right out of the gates, another full-on egg out. That's just so typical. And I'm gonna save you looking at the 4060 because it egged out too. Okay, wow. Okay, if this wasn't absolutely devastating, I'd say that was almost quite beautiful looking. What? Oh, this is the most amazing failure I've seen. What's happening? Are we inside of an atom bomb? This is nuts. These colors don't make sense. How is it rendering this? And it's only 12 13 FPS. I think this is effed up. I think this is one of the greatest balkages of... Oh, geez. Oh, that's right. We're still in the bar. Whoa. Whoa. You can see the skybox. Oh, my eyes! Oh, gosh, no! Oh, no, not the desperate gamers again. No, not that stupid Dell with a 1650 smash in it. I want to see this thing run Cyberpunk, just even on Windows. Can you believe the settings are set to low? 66? 62? I mean, no ray tracing or anything, but it still looks good at 69. I love how you can just crank down the settings and get it to run. A Dell from 2014 with a 1650 smashed in it. 54.8 to beat. What am I doing? I'm wasting everyone's time. This thing egged out so bad. Like black screen, and then white screen. There's a machine. Look, we're getting 10 FPS on the death screen here. 9, 10, 11. I did let this run, and no, it did not complete the benchmark. The eggs are absolutely flying. Man, NVIDIA does not jive with Linux, huh? The Captain, though, the 590 GME. I want a weaved dream for me, please. It too has graphics set to low. I guess it basically is a card from 2017. 75, 70, 69, 70, 72, 76. It's not that far away from the Dell, really. But again, that 1650 is just a little bit more modern, I guess. 65.76 to beat. Come on, 590 GME. Here we go. Oh, 77? Are we going to hit 80? 79? 85? Yo! This is faster! Go! That Linux magic! 65.76 to beat. 69 nice.91! 6.3% faster on Linux over Windows. That's so funny. I love this card. Up again on the Mythical Legends. Up again is the 1080 Ti, which really upset me last time. Is it gonna be... Well, on Windows, it's set it to high. High settings. I mean, there's no ray tracing. It literally can't do it. Oh, look how much potential's in this thing. What, nearly getting 90? 93? 100? From a card from 2016. What a beast. You see, this is the power of drivers. That's the only thing missing is drivers. Because, yeah, without drivers, you get this mess at 700 and something p, and it just lived in this state for like 15 minutes, and it never loaded the game. The 1080 Ti is genuinely breaking my heart. Come on, captain of the team. Come on, 3080. You're so stinky. Ray tracing medium. See, what a crazy game to benchmark when your 3080 only gets you medium. Oh, even at these higher settings, 86, 88, 89. Wow. Not only does it run, it's got full RTX support, it's got full DLSS support. What are we pulling here at this bit? Last time we're getting like 93, 90, 91, 4? This is so close. 6.9 nice%. That's heckin' reasonable. That's really close. Impressive. Team AMD again, and that 9060 XT really owes me one. That was a bad start out the gates. Come on, mate. You got big shoes to fill. On Windows, it's saying Ray Tracing Ultra. Ultra? Really? Wow, look at it go. Man, look at the ray tracing on the water. That's nuts. 89, 91. That's heckin' impressive. Like, in person, you really feel all the extra lighting effects. 83.23 to beat. All right, let's flick over to Bazite. Right, it loaded and booted up just fine. We got ray tracing and everything, but 67, 69? That's like 20 FPS slower through there. I mean, we're still above 60 FPS, so, like, it's still great. Yeah, it's about 20 FPS off. Where's that magic, man? This guy's dragging bad. Oh, we're now relying on the captain. Come on, 7900 XTX. I want that AMD magic. Yeah, Cyberpunk says Ray Tracing Ultra. Oh, mate, like 110, 113 with full ray tracing? 104.92. What a stinky score. Oh, no, that's not 113. 92? 90, no, 18.3% faster on Windows. Sadness. Sadness. I was really hoping for better. The 3080's doing better. That's weird. Up to bat the Fallen Angels again. Let's see what this all AMD build does. Give me that magic. Yeah, Cyberpunk is saying ray tracing low. But ray tracing still, it's on lower settings, but we're pulling, what, 65? Yeah, 65 FPS. Sucks that this card is like not gonna get as many updates because look at it go. Almost exactly 60 FPS. It's almost perfect. Whoa! Oh, this is up. Look, we're pulling nearly 72 over the puddle. That's heaps more than 65. 6.4%. Oh, it beat it by 0.1. Poor RX 590. Wow, what a dark horse. These older AMD stuff seems to have better drivers. Another chance to see this razzle dazzle from the B580, huh? Show me that razzle dazzle. Cyberpunk is saying ray tracing ultra? Ultra on a B580? Oh, look at the B580 go. What, 70? What, 72 over the 75? This is coming out of an Intel GPU. Yes, I know we're still at 1080. We'll change that soon. 68.79. So close. All right, we're on Bazart now. Whoa! Hang on, is that 90 over the 95 over the puddle? What? That's huge! 22% faster on Linux. Whoa! That's the razzle dazzle right there. That's humongous. I couldn't care about my machines anymore. My stupid laptop, it's not gonna do that. It doesn't have the razzle dazzle. The game says ray tracing low. Wow, 84, 80, 90, 99 over the puddle. What a cromulent laptop. Thought I always kind of liked this thing. 78.19. Sorry for the blurry footage. That's professional cameras for you. Can we even read it? What is that? 80? 93. I saw 93. 74. 5.3 isn't that much. That hangs out pretty dang good. All right, let's see what the 5090 does. Naturally, this is set to ray tracing overdrive. Absolutely bonk this thing out, but no frame gen. Get that out of here. We're gonna make the frames. We don't want them faked. 108. 100 and what? Oh man, the ray tracing. 110 over the puddle. 90. 93. We had 110 before. 84. So yeah, 21% slower. So it's like in between the two AMD machines, like the Cirrus ones. Weird. The B580 right at the top. Look at that result. My goodness, that is definitive. And then the 6600 just creeping as well. Like the Fallen Angels took first and second, but the RX 590, that ancient card, bronze. Laptop in the 3080, pretty impressive. Man, the AMD resistance movement aren't really doing it. And yeah, everyone else egged out. The solo metal tally, it's tied at the top for the C900 XTX and the B580. So good. And then the team metal tally, the Fallen Angels have taken it. They've got one in every category. Event number 3, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered 1080p. So local heroes up again, the eggiest systems in the game so far. Those 12 gigs of VRAM aren't doing anything. So the game's put it at medium, which, you know, alrighty. I originally played this on PS4 Pro and it lit me up. 80, 76, 7, okay, some hitch ups there. But yeah, like 68 going through the gates just there. This is a huge, humongous benchmark, by the way, and it goes forever. Most of the runs was just sitting through this. 78 FPS, that's the one to beat. Or even just boot it all. I haven't seen it work yet. Holy crap, the game booted. There are some settings missing. There's no DLAA. So that's okay. We'll just adjust and just keep going. 45, 41. I mean, it didn't hitch up there like the other one did, but mate, this is a lot slower. I swear this looks crappier as well. Oh no! Oh, that does look crappier. Oh no, that's worse than like dropping frames. That's really borky. It's 3060, damn it. You saw it play perfectly on Windows. This is literally a Linux hang-up. There's a driver issue or something. Well, it was 78 to be, and we got ourselves a 47. And it's the best result yet. I mean, look at this GPU driver. What is this? 65% to Windows, and the best result yet out of it. All right, send the captain. Come on, it's got a 5800 X3D and a 4060 in it. Coming in, sweeping over the bridge. 95. Oh, what? It hangs up in the same way? What? Yeah, it was like nearly 100 FPS going through the arch there. Well, the game is running in Bazite, so that's a miracle already. The same hang-ups. Way slower. What, like 30 something FPS? This is less than half. Oh, and also in the settings, no DLSS, so it's missing features as well and is running this crappily. 38. Man, that stunk. Oh, 207% faster on Windows. That's disgusting. Why is it worse than the 3060? Oh, Desperate Gamer's up next. Oh, the Dell, the 1650. The game is suggesting low settings to very low. Will it stutter at the bridge? No. Oh, you see that NPC zip over? But it's like 46 through the arch there. 47 FPS. All right, let's cut to Bazite. Holy wow. This is crappy. Man, forget stuttering at the bridge. Oh no, it did stutter at the bridge. Wow. With 7 FPS, 9 FPS. Man, look at the colors. Every bit of this is ridiculous looking. Not only is it slow, but it is crap looking. It looks like pre-production for like Star Wars Episode 2 or something. It scored a 9. Oh, 422% faster on Windows. That's the worst. We've been weaving dreams out of the old 590 GME. Come on, baby, keep that magic coming. Huh, the game says high graphics settings. Wow. 35, yeah. Oh, do we get, oh, okay. Whoa, that was a good stutter. Yeah. Okay, I think it's something they all do. It's just part of the benchmark. All right, we're on Linux. Do we get the stutter? Yeah. No! Whoa, that was better. Performance-wise, it seems about the same. I mean, a 5% swing to Windows, it's kind of high for this card, actually, but it's still totally the winner, as usual. Oh, goody gumdrops. I get to be disappointed again at the 1080 Ti. Breaks my heart to see how good it runs on Windows and... oh, no drivers. See, on Windows, medium. Like, it's pretty old card now, but it can still hang out. Coming in through the bridge. You gonna stutter for me, mate? Yep. Oh, we got 2. Yeah, like 32 FPS through the bridge. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. Well, on Bazite, it just straight up tells me that I don't have a graphics card. There is no graphics card installed. Yeah, the 1080 Ti Eggfest continues. Technically worse than 400%. 3080's actually been doing pretty stinking good. It's been really close to level. All the settings are set to high. It's what it wants. So, I mean, I thought it was going to be very high. Oh, yeah, you can feel that 100 FPS. Except for when it stutters at that damn bridge. This is a 3080. Why? I'm trying to figure out which cards do it and which don't, but then some do on Windows and don't on Linux. 103 FPS. So there were no missing settings. This has full RTX support and everything. Will it glitch at the bridge? Yeah. Yes. Okay. It seems a little bit slower, but seriously, not by much. 94. Again, not bad. 9.6% lean to Windows. That's tolerable. That's better than 200. I mean, I'm about to say, well, that's gonna change, but I don't know. They haven't done it for me. Where's the sparkle? Where's the magic? Huh? Where's that AMD magic? Come on, 9060 XT. Graphics set to high, just like the 3080. Whoa, 130, 120 FPS. We got to the stutters quicker. We're coming through at like 115 FPS. 131 is the number to beat. Off to Linux land. There's no FSR 4, only FSR 3.1. So, that was interesting. Oh, we're still coming in at like 120, 114 FPS. I think it seems... Whoa, did that not stutter at all? Hang on, rewind. I was watching the frame count. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Hang on. What? No stutter! Linux! Wow. It seems ever so slightly slower though. Just a little bit. It didn't pull 131, but it did pull 123. 6.5%. Like, totally reasonable. It's hanging out with the others for once, finally. Captain the 7900 XTX stepping up to the plate. They're only set to high. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you use the same settings between the runs. But, yeah, I would have said very high, but that's all right. We'll have extra frames then. Oh, extra frames we do. It was at 200 there for a second. And it didn't stutter. Incredible. What are we getting through here? 170? Mate. 195 to beat. 210. I saw 210. All right, we got 170 last time through the arch here. What? 174? 176. Finally! Yes! Someone has finally leaned Linux on this game. Wow, very good effort. 5.6 right to the top with you. Right up there, huh? Well, let's see what the 6600 of the Fallen Angels can do. It is suggested medium settings. Flying in over Glitchy Bridge, 63. Glitch out. 30 foot. No, back to 63. Really is a wild card who glitches on the bridge or not. 69 nice FPS. Here comes Glitchy Bridge. Glitchy Bridge. Yeah, pretty glitchy. 7.8 to Windows. I mean, whatever. It's not disastrous, but I mean, you know, it's all right. I mean, it's hanging with the other AMD stuff. Here comes the B580, fresh off its last epic victory. Gonna pull another one out. Suggests high settings as well. Whatever you want, Mr. Game. Flying in over Glitchy Bridge. 9087. No glitches! Whoa! That was nice. 92 FPS to beat. Nice score, mate. All right, we're on Linux and 22. Oh, huge hang-ups. Oh, extra ones as well. 4 hang-ups. It got 21 through the arch there. Well, before it got 80. Wow. B580, you idiot. Well, it had 92 to beat, and it gave us a 23. And I actually do multiple runs and pick the best score. And this was the best score. 300% slower. B580, how could you? It's the time of the super best friends. Gotta send my laptop out there to disappoint me. Game wants high settings. Ooh, la-dee-da. Coming in over Glitchy Bridge. Yeah, okay. 72. Hey, look, you get to enjoy blurry footage again. Yep, I balked all that. And, didn't even glitch. And we couldn't even see clearly. I can't even word anymore. What am I doing? It had 72 to beat and it pulled a 60. Well, actually, 20% is actually quite reasonable compared to the others. Yeah. All right, send in the beast. Send in the 5090. Naturally, we're going to max out the settings because, you know, that's what it's for. Well, even the 5090 glitch coming in at 186. Oh, gosh, man. There's no rhyme or reason to it. 217 to beat. Will Linux fix the Glitchy Bridge? No. Nope, not at all. And we appear to be coming through a heck of a lot slower. 33% faster on Windows. Just regularly terrible, you know? I mean, in comparison to the rest of the stuff on this. Finally, we saw a bit of AMD magic. The 7900 XTX pulling it off. Very good. And the only one to be faster on Linux. That 590, though, that old banger is just always hanging out. And nice to see the 9060 XT hanging around the top. And the 1080 Ti completely egged out. And the 1650 deserved to egg out. But it didn't, because we have rules in this society. The medal tally is starting to fill up. The 7900 XTX hanging well in the lead with 2 golds. The B580 right behind it. And the stinking 590 GME comfortably in third. Event 4, Shadow of the Tomb Raider at 1080p. This is an older game. It's like 2018 or something. But it was just a benchmark darling. And it's just important to see older games work, you know? It's the 3060 from the local legends up first. Egging it up big time. Huh? It wants high settings. Well, I guess this is an older game. So high. This card is 2 years newer than this game. Whoa, 140? 150? Oh, this huge section here. What, 187? Nearly 190. Final score of 132. Oh, goody. Unsupported Linux distro. Why? I thought these older games might run better because there's been more time to get them running. I mean, it's let me in. I'm in here. Oh, oh no. Oh, crap. Oh, frames don't even matter at this point. This is beyond messed up. Oh, and it's running so McChugular. 50 something FPS, and it looks terrible. I mean, we're pulling nearly 100 at this point, but you can't forgive those textures. Well, it turned out to be 131% faster on Windows. All right, send in the 4060. Worst captain in this whole thing. Yeah, 160 FPS. I mean, you know, we're on Windows at the moment, so all the textures look correct. 161 to beat. Man, that's a lot of frames, isn't it? Oh, well, get used to seeing this, because it seems like it's going to do it with all of these, because it just doesn't like Bazite. Oh, it still lets us in, but then I kind of wish it wouldn't. Dang it. The exact same issue. 123%. It's a race for the egg down here. It's the old Dell from the Desperate Gamers. Let's smell that 1650. Huh, it too has high graphics settings. Well, I guess this card came out a year after this game, but yeah, 50 FPS, 51, even getting 80 FPS at this point, huh? 54, not quite 60. We're on Bazite, and we're getting new problems. Oh, it crashed. Oh, it's got the same disease as all the others. It's all the same problems. 157% to Windows. It's in the lead for the egg. At least someone's gunning for something. Come on, 590 GME. Yep, graphics set to high. I'll believe it. 70, 71, 72. I mean, mate, we're above 60, so it's good. 71 FPS to beat. or even show the correct colors. How about that? Whoa! We're on Linux, and we have correct colors. And correct everythings. Oi, and even better, this is running quicker. I can tell this is running quicker. We're in the positive. That's 7%. Whoa, what an improvement over the others. Amazing. I love this card. All right, everyone line up so you can watch the 1080 egg out. Although it is fun to watch it run in Windows to show it still being a very, very cromulent card. Graphics set to high. I guess that's what it wants for all the cards. Oh, look, 110, 120, 30, 130 FPS. On Linux, it crashes at this point and doesn't let you go any further. You can see it's still awake. It's still trying. But that's it. So you can't even smell any frames at all. All these other cards are so lucky that the 1080's doing this. It's saving them all from the eggs. Come on, 3080. Show us how it's done. We've got some stuff set to Ultra here. We can do it. We got the 3080. Even with the Ultra settings, 190, 200, 210 FPS. 171. Nice work. Hey, the colors are correct. Wow, this is a 30 series NVIDIA card, and the colors are correct on Bazite. Like, really, it's only slightly faster on Windows. Like, not bad. 3080. Oh, a bit of an up and down roller coaster with the AMD team, huh? Come on, 9060, get in there, mate. Come on, show us what you got. Yeah, around 207, 220 FPS. The 9060 XT really matches a 3080. Excuse me? 320 what? 300? We're actually maxing out this monitor. 214. Wow. Hey, we got correct colors. It's nice to see. Wow, still pulling 300 something FPS at this point. Only 2.9%. That's basically level off, but I mean, that 590 GME still at the top. All right, 7900 XCX going in. Hit it, Captain. Oh, yeah. Oh, 330, 40, 670, 370, 500 FPS. I saw it there for a quick moment. 345. That's such a big score. But it means Bazite has to try and match that. Whoa, right out the gates. We're doing it. 350, 70, 90. Oh, that is a comfortable 500 FPS at this outdoor bit. But percentage-wise, that's only 3.5%. The 590 GME is still on top. Love to see it. Well, the 6600 up right now. So consistent so far. Well, considering how much cheaper of a card this is, we're still getting like 120 FPS, 111 FPS to beat. I mean, it's looking pretty similar at this point. Maybe actually a little bit faster. Oh, so close to 200 FPS. Oh, 8.1, that's it! We got a new leader! This older AMD stuff is just dominating. B580 coming up again. Yeah, I mean, it's quite comparable in performance to the others. Oh, wow, nearly 300 FPS at this bit. 139 from the B580. All right, now we're on Bazite. Whoa! 200 FPS at that point. Oh, I saw it for a split second. That was 300 FPS. Oh, it had 139 the beat and it dropped to 192. That's so B580. 38% faster. B580 out of nowhere. Won a gold, nearly came last. Now it's gonna win another. Not if the super best friends have anything to say about it. Let's see the laptop try. Mate, like 170, 180 FPS, 127. All right, off to Bazite. Yeah, it's blurry because of that camera. Oh, it did it. It was faster on Linux with an NVIDIA card. 5.5% faster on Linux with an NVIDIA card. That's incredible. It beat the 7900X. It beat Team AMD. Oh gosh, maybe the 5090 can beat the B580. Oh, what a monster. 406 FPS. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, we're still getting over 400 at 46, 47. Nearly 500? Oh, that was so close. It had to beat 406 and it got 391. Yeah, only 3.8%. That's very good. And gosh, the B580 just absolutely smashing. So much faster on Linux. The 6600 getting a silver that's hanging around. And the 590 GME. Wow. But, oi, kudos to my laptop for getting 5.5% faster in Linux, and it pipped Team AMD. It's so disappointing, the 4060 and the 3060. As I said, that's the cards that everyone's got. We got the medal tallies here, and the B580 is now tied for first. The 590 GME has got more medals than anybody else, and the Fallen Angels are comfortably in the lead at the moment. 5 medals for the team. Event 5, Batman Arkham City. Yeah, this game's from 2011, and if you haven't played it, it's a 10 out of 10. Mark Hamill is the Joker. 3060 of the local heroes going first up. So on Windows to start with, 162, 1? Yeah, all these cool PhysX effects from back in the day. This is what a 15-year-old game looks like, by the way. It's amazing. Yeah, this section where all these little icicles are going everywhere. That's the PhysX stuff, right? 133 to beat. For reasons I don't understand, it just wouldn't stop running in a window like this. I couldn't make it stop. It had 133 to beat, mate. It got 68, 95% faster on Windows. And I didn't need that switch anyway. The 4060 Captain going in. Yeah, like 180, 190 FPS. It's got to keep count of all these little icicles, by the way. 166, so a little bit faster than the 3060. Stinking hope that. Oh, this is fun. PhysX support is missing. So, yep. So look, no icicles. It's it's so flat looking. 166 to beat, and we got 119. Even without PhysX, that's rough. Technically not as crappy as the last one though, but still, you know, it's all kind of disappointing. Here comes that old Dell again. I mean, this machine's really well suited for these older games. I mean, what? We're still getting like 90? Yeah, 90 FPS. All the PhysX stuff's working because that's supported on the 550 Ti. An old Dell with a 1650 smashed in it would get you 85 on average. Again, PhysX support isn't naturally supported. Yeah, it looks so flat without the PhysX stuff. I think from this point on, I'm just going to force it on. Yeah, so that's not bad, but it also didn't fully do it. So, you know, whatever. I'm excited what the 590 is going to do. This guy always delivers well. Wow, coming out right away with like 250 FPS there at that little bit. Now, there is no PhysX support even in Windows because that's an NVIDIA technology and this is AMD stuff. 156 to beat. All right, we're on Linux now and I don't know about you, but this seems a little bit quicker. Oh! 156 to beat and it pulled a 204. This RX 590 is just a superstar. 30% to Linux. Let's just save time and I'll just tell you that the 1080 Ti egged out. Surprise! But Mythical Legends Captain, the 3080 big stinky machine, doing well so far. 204, 220, 174 to be. So I've made sure to force the PhysX on, because you can do that, but if it's not natively supported, use a lot of resources to make it work. So, oh man, look how slow this thing's running. We're not even pulling 28, 26. Oh gosh, we're not even hitting 30 FPS at this point. 174 to beat, and we got 83. Wow, this is actually one of the crappiest results out of this thing. These older games, man. I mean, these guys are a bit of a wild card. They either like absolutely smash or just kind of flop around in the middle. But you know, let's send in the 9060 XT. Oh, 600. Oh my, 660 it hit there. 473 to beat. Ah, that's so stinky. Yep, 554, 55. Oh, we didn't. 604. Oh, we didn't get that massive peak that we did on the Windows run. Oh, wow, but it was more consistent overall. It's only a small lean to Linux, 1.5%. But it's a lean all the same. Captain 7900 stepping in. Oh, 6, 7, 800. What? Man, and let me tell you, the coil whine in person, which is like all the power surging through it, it's going like, it's heaps funny. 574. All right, here comes the Bazite run. Oh, 12, 1300, 1400. What? Are you kidding? It's just doubled the next best one. This is insane. Oh my goodness. It had 574 to be, and it gave us an 887. There's that AMD magic. 54% faster on Linux. What was that all about? Well, the winning team so far is up. The Fallen Angels. These guys have just been so consistent. Maybe it's those stock coolers that they're using. 6600 stepping in. Let's see what you got. Yeah, what? 240? I mean, 330. 380? That was really impressive about 5 minutes ago until that happened. 224 to beat. Let's see that AMD magic. Whoa! Straight away, 560 something FPS. Dropping Windows is like getting rid of a heavy backpack in these older games. So these things, it's just like, get this off of me. Wow, 354. Oh! And it's in the lead. Come on. Oh, please stay there. It has to win a gold medal. That machine has to win a gold. Come on. Oh, if anyone was going to steal it, it'd be the captain, the B580. This guy has no manners at all. Coming out strong. Whoa, will it hit 300? No, around 280. 212 is the Windows score. Come on, B580, just be cool. Don't take this away from the 6600. It's your team, mate. Oh, you dirty dog. You dirty dog. No, 500 and 590. What a dog. Oh no! The 6600 could have had a gold. I mean, it's all about percentage though. So like, I don't know. So he's got to get through the whole benchmark. Look, the average is coming down through this section. It had 212 to beat and it gave us 339. By just like over 1%. That's so dirty. Absolutely devastating. I don't even care about the stupid super best friends. They're not going to win anyway. So let's just get these out of the way. So this thing does have PhysX support. And yeah, you know, we're not getting the 200 FPS anymore. 147 to beat. Look, it's the stupid, annoying, blurry footage from that stupid professional camera, okay? Had to force PhysX on. It's chugging pretty bad. And it scored an 86. 70% lean to Windows. Not in contention. Well, let's see what the 5090's got. What are you gonna do? So even on Windows, we actually have PhysX off because the brand new 50 series doesn't support it. Nope, doesn't support it. I mean, oh, we didn't get 1,000 stinking frames, which is disappointing. I mean, still plenty of frames at 588. All right, we're on Linux and whoa, 1,200, 1,300 FPS. What? Even this NVIDIA machine is just ripping the shackles of Windows off. Like, get this off of me. We had 588 to beat, and it got 866. Hang on, is this going to podium? Is this actually going to upset? 47% to Linux. That is so close. It didn't. It just missed out on the medal tally. Wow. That came out of nowhere. That was so close. Look how it crept up into 4th there. But the B580, that dirty dog, how dare it take that away from the 6600? That machine deserves at least 1 gold. We still got 5 more events coming up, right? There's still a chance. Well, at the moment, it's the B580 comfortably in the lead, and the medal tally is that the Fallen Angels are just running away. They're just absorbing all of the medals, golds, silvers, it doesn't matter. They're even fighting each other to get the golds. Local heroes and mythical legends tied up for the egginess. All right, look, now that you've seen all the games and that you've seen all the computers, things are going to pick up really quick now, because the second phase of this is we're going to do that again, but in 4K. It's over 8 million pixels per frame, right? It's 4 times 1080 basically. So every frame now is really heavy, and they ran 3D Mark to prove that they're all functioning fine in 4K. They all pass, but look at the difference now between the Dell and the 5090. It's a new landscape. It is way stinkier to do this. Look, footage wise, I'm sure the main thing you want to see is the old Dell with a 1650 smashed in it running 4K Black Myth Wukong. Mate, you set everything to low and it will technically chug its way through. I mean, 24, 25 FPS, but this is the slowest machine running at 4K Black Myth Wukong. And even on low settings, look at this thing. Like, this is what a low settings game looks like nowadays. But yeah, it's actually amazing what old hardware can pull off. So here's the results for Black Myth Wukong, but hiding the top 3. I mean, you can see the RX 590 broke even. And in fact, the worst Windows score is still kind of reasonable, 25%. But typically, 1650, most of the NVIDIA stuff just completely egged out. And the 1080 Ti is officially disqualified. It wasn't even showing 1080p, let alone 4K, so it's just out of the running. But in 3rd place, the 6600, 4.2%. Like, that's a nice little lean. I still would like it to win a gold medal, please, but, you know, podium's podium. In 2nd place, 7900 XTX. See, there wasn't much in it, to be honest, in between those two. It was really close. And who got the gold? It's the B580. The B580, 27%. It was such a convincing win. And shock DNF is the 5090. It egged out. It didn't want to play at all. Didn't want to do Black Myth Wukong. The solo medal tally, oh my goodness, the B580 is just running away now. And only gold medals as well. Either it wins the whole event or it borderline eggs out. And with the 6600 on the team, medal tally-wise, again, they're just devouring all of them. Cyberpunk at 4K, now this is stinky. My laptop with the 4060 mobile on it, 4.3% leaning to Linux. That's awesome. So who was in 3rd? The RX 590. Love to see it. Gosh, so consistent. 2nd place, 6600. Oh, almost got the gold medal again, but not really, because the winner, again, the B580 with 103%. Looking at the medal tallies, B580, just chill, bro. Just chill, mate. Although there's enough events left for the 7900 to claw back. If it can get 3 more golds, it'll win overall because it's got the silver and the bronze. Horizon Zero Dawn at 4K. But what's this? In 9th place, the B580, 181% lean to Windows. What happened, mate? What is that about? It just goes, nah, I'm going to go to bed for a while. I mean, the Dell stinking it up with 466%. Wow, the RX 590 stinking it up too. I mean, this is a heavy Windows leaning game, but that's a heavy Windows lean. Well, now the results are actually exciting, seeing that the B580's been booted out. In 3rd place, the 9060 XT, still with a Windows lean, 8.9%, but that's not too bad. Who came in 2nd? at 6600, breaking even with Windows. No difference at all. I want that thing to win a gold so bad. Who took the gold? 7900 XTX. 4.4%. There was nothing in it. The 6600 was so close. But this means that the 7900 is clawing back. There's still enough events left for it to crawl back. And the 1080 Ti just collecting damn eggs, huh? Shadow of the Tomb Raider, 4K this time. We're hiding the top 3 and what's this? B580 down there with 33% to Windows. The 7900 XTX isn't in the top 3 either. Well, in third place, 6600. It's so reliable, this computer. It's always hanging near the top. In second, the 3080. Wow! Stunning result! It finally got a piece of metal in its hand. And the winner, what the stink? It's the 5090? Are you kidding? When the 7900 needs to claw back as many medals as possible, it just goes, you know what? I'm going to give it a go now. 43%, an absolutely crushing win. The 5090 is such a goblin. It's just pushed the 6600 out of third place. Most golds win. Eggs be damned. That's so unfair. 6600, my beloved. Oh, and in the team tally, it's done the same thing. The Desperate Gamers have been pushed out. Oh my goodness, that one gold medal just put it on the podium everywhere. Final event, Batman at 4K, so an old game at big stinky resolutions. The usual suspects doing the worst. Again, depressing because they're the most popular configurations on the planet. In sixth, the 6600. What happened, mate? You don't feel like doing it? Well, in third place, the B580. It didn't take the gold. Nah. In second place, the 7900 XTX. That seals it. The B580 has officially just won the Summer Games. Who stole the top? It was the 5090. What a goblin. When the 7900 needed to claw back, it just woke up and went, nah, I'm just going to take him. That's so unfair. The 5090 was never in it. And this is it. This is the final medal tally. Unbelievable. The 5090 just pinching those last 2 gold medals. It firmly puts it into third place. Eggs be damned. And same with the team medal tally. That's so dirty. The 5090 is going, I'm just going to use my resources to clinch it at the 4K. But round of applause for that B580. That's stunning. That just absolutely dominated. But it shows that it is true that AMD rigs are way more stable. They're just so much better for doing Linux stuff on. Look, you can see that this was a different way of doing these kind of comparisons, right? Because if you want the most frames in games, well, the 5090 is still going to do it. But what a horrible waste of money when it's like 100% slower in Linux. It was able to brute force some gold medals at the end, but you can see the more consistent machines were the B580s, the AMD rigs. Basically, all the NVIDIA stuff, for the most part, was either super mid-tier or completely egged out in embarrassing fashion. But check it out, look at my laptop. It got no eggs and no medals. It made no impression whatsoever. It truly is the mid machine of all time. I was hoping the 9060 XT would do better. I don't know. I was honestly impressed with the 3080. Being an NVIDIA machine and the same architecture as the 3060, it was hovering around. It tended to do okay, like it was kind of on par with Windows. It was just outshined by machines that were excelling in Linux. And this is just the first one. Every 3 months, every seasonal change, we're going to check in. We're going to do this again, and we're going to see. Who knows? Maybe someone actually makes 1080 Ti drivers, and we see it kind of wake up a little bit, where, you know, it's never going to win medals, but it doesn't just disqualify or egg itself out every single game. Crazy video started because nearly a year ago when I built my 5090, I couldn't play a single game. Not a single one. Nothing worked. And now here it is, pinching a couple of gold medals and kind of hanging out in the mid-tier for the most part, which shows that even in the last year, huge advancements are happening. Looks like we're not getting new GPU hardware for quite a while, and I don't think that's a bad thing because it means that Linux can focus on getting the driver support for the stuff that already exists. There's so much computing horsepower out there. Let's use it. So I hope you found this tolerable. I didn't. This was awful. If I'd known how much work this was going to be, I wouldn't have bothered. It was meant to be a 2-3 day video bop, and then it turned into literally like a month solid of video production and benchmarking and troubleshooting. Am I in the PC club yet? Am I in yet? 24 OS installs, 24 Steam libraries, 24 just drivers and updates. Some of you would say that you want to see 1440p. Some of you say that you want to see certain games and stuff. I did my best, okay? I did my best. So if you're thinking about getting a 4060, why don't you go and get a B580 and run some Bazite, huh? Go on, give it a smell. Give it a go. Come on. And you know what, mate? So see you all next time, mate.
Frank, you slept through the whole thing. I woke you up and said it's starting. You missed out. Frank, the B580 one. Frank, you looking? No? Oh, yeah. Oh, now you're like, oh, did I miss it? You did miss it, Frank. You missed all of it.
Hi, on today's episode, we talk about Iceland or Greenland or some other place. Plus, we go through some of the most recent atrocities and violations of civil liberties committed by ICE. Great stuff. Welcome back to Even More News, the first, the only news podcast. My name is Katie Stoll.
Totally. Hi, I'm Cody. End of introduction.
End of introduction. Not quite. Not so fast. Hold your horses, Cody. Slow down there. Because we have got a great guest this week. Journalist and author whose work can be seen in places such as The Nation. Welcome to Hell World, The Hill, and Teen Vogue. Very excited to welcome Zach Budrick. Hello, Zach.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thrilled to meet you virtually. Everybody can relax. Jonathan is also here.
That's true.
Hi.
There he is.
Got through the hardest part of the show, the intros. How about that?
Breeze.
Now we
Breeze
get to
from
talk
here on
about the
out.
news.
All
easy
downhill
stuff.
from
Yeah.
here. Zach, what we do to start off shows here at Even More News is we celebrate whatever holiday it happens to be. And on Friday, January 23rd, it happens to be National Handwriting Day. Nothing problematic on this one, folks. We love it. It's a chance for all to re-explore the purity and power of handwriting. I've been thinking about that recently. I've been trying to get back into cursive and my signature, but mostly just my signature. Honestly, while we're on these calls, I'm frequently just writing my name.
That's good. That's helpful.
I had a bit about driving theory tests. I can't remember exactly what about EasyJet at the time. Not great jokes, but I remember
before EasyJet was.
It was early days of
Wow.
EasyJet.
Isn't EasyJet back now with that thing? Is it
Jet 2.
Oh, Jet 2 holiday? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
mixing
no,
them up.
it's so I
Bad-
can't
clearly the
remember.
marketing
It
didn't work
wasn't
on me.
great, but the process of the feeling of it, I
Yeah.
knew. I was at college with Richard Iowadi. Do you know that
Oh
guy?
yes, I do know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we wrote
Richard with the glasses,
Yes,
with the hair.
yes,
but he's
we-
in the movies now and
yes,
stuff. Yeah,
we
yeah.
wrote Footlights together, and we did a two-man show. And I remember walking off the stage for the first night that we put our own show on,
Yeah.
and thinking, I want to do this. I don't know what that's going to mean. I don't know where I'm going to be
That's
able
the
to do
best
it.
feeling.
But all of a sudden, my life became quite clear in terms of not how it was going to turn out,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
what I
yeah.
was going to try and do. And
Yeah.
that's a huge gift, isn't it, in many ways?
Oh no, it's the
You
greatest
found your
gift of all.
I remember my dad years later saying, "Oh, I admire that you never gave up," and it only at that point occurred to me that at some point that would have been an option. It never even crossed my mind to give up, even when from the outside it must have looked like this is not a dignified life that you're building for yourself here. But I was so happy in it. It never crossed my mind.
Where did
Go-
your funny come from in the family?
I don't know, survival. You know, it's the
Yeah, but I
it's
mean,
a
like,
British-
is your dad, your mom, your grandfather, who?
Yeah, I
who
think
would you
so.
say you have the closest comedic?
probably my dad's dad, but no, my family's from Liverpool, right? And so that is a city that's been through some shit,
Ah,
and
okay,
that
okay.
that its main processing technique was often comedy.
Yeah.
And my granddad was a really, really funny guy, a very odd man, and loved jokes.
I remember John
loved
Bishop
laugh.
explaining this to me. The Liverpool
Yeah.
comedian. He was just like, I was like, why are you so? And he said honestly, he said, I'm not even the funniest person in this place. I just
For
do
sure.
it professionally.
For sure.
And it's just a vibe of people. It's interesting you say that, because it almost feels like the people of Liverpool, so many shit things happened to them that they were like, we will exist in a world of shit stirring in this world now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just how you survive. Gallows humor, right?
Oh,
so,
yeah. Okay.
And so it's the only thing that's ever made sense for me. It's the only way I've ever processed the world is through laughs. At his funeral, I did. I was.
Granddad's funeral.
Yeah, he was. I wanted it to be funny.
Yeah.
Because it felt like if this event isn't funny, this is no reflection of who he was. That in many ways, in my mind as a kid, he was the guy that taught me how to misbehave. Because he knew it would be funny. Like, you be sitting at a table, he's like saying, just bang your cutlery like this. And like 2 seconds later, I'm in trouble and he's laughing. You're like, oh, I like the sound that came out of that mouth. I've caused a big problem in this room, but this guy's just chuckling to himself. Oh, what do I need to get a little bit more of that?
Mm-hmm. He was your first audience. I like this.
He was. And you know what? The last time I saw him, I think I've told this story before, was he was dying in an old people's home. And he was definitely not going to be around for long. And my dad left to get the car. He was on the ground floor. And so I just thought I could leave through the door, or I could like climb. There was a little window into a hedge. And I thought, or I could just like climb out through the window and go through the hedge. And so I thought, I'll just do the hedge. So I looked up the window, climb out, like scratching through into the car park. And the last thing I heard him say to me was, "You're an idiot." That's the last thing. That's the last thing he said to me.
Your grandfather ever said.
Those are the last things I heard from him out of his mouth was, "You're an idiot." I remember like hearing it as I'm scratching through a hedge, going, "That went well." I'm glad I did that. Option B was the right choice. You don't get "you're an idiot" if you walk functionally through a door. Who wants that?
Oh man, I love this for you. Like, it's just like, it's a crazy journey for me, because like what I've selfishly always enjoyed about your career is I've always said to people, you were the pioneer for my path. You know what I mean? So when I first came to the US, one thing that was made apparently clear to me was, hey, you're nice and everything, but Americans don't like people with an accent, especially doing anything in and around their world. Just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Let alone speaking about their politics.
Yeah. Keep it moving.
You can see why, though, right?
Oh, completely.
Yeah, there is like it feels like you earn the right to criticize, right? And they can be questioning, I think, understandably, Americans. Where is this coming from? And it was a shift for me to go often from you do this, you do this.
Oh yeah, and then I
we
noticed
do
you
this.
started saying we do this.
Because
Yes.
I'm an American now,
Yeah.
right? And so I play with you and we. But there was at least a sense of ownership. And again, as a British person, a sense of ownership in a country has a bit of an asterisk on it. But it did feel like this isn't coming from. I think there have been people who've come, like, done a smash and grab in America, and there's no real emotional investment in it. Whereas that was not the case with me, and I don't think it was ever going to be the case with you.
Yeah, but I think at the time the industry. This wasn't people. This was just the industry going, "Hey, it doesn't work. Don't even bother." I remember one of my good friends, Neil Brennan, the comedian. He said to me, he's like, "Just leave." We were in a small little diner in Denver, Colorado. He had been performing at the Improv. I'd been performing at like the Happy Clap, whatever, like one of the second type clubs. And he was just like, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Just go home. Go home." I was like, "Oh, I'm doing comedy." He's like, "No, just he's like, America won't give you. Just go home."
Yeah, I'm not
and
sure
I'll
that's
never
true.
forget. Yeah, but you say that, but I will never forget when the switch flipped, and it almost happened at the same time for both of us. I had done, I think, 2 episodes of The Daily Show, just as like a pop-in, contributor, even not correspondent. I just contribute and I leave, contribute and I leave. And someone had asked me, "Would you do this full time?" And I was like, "No, there's no world where I would do this full time. I just can't see the possibility." And I was at home watching TV, and your show came on, and it was the first episode, and it was about India's elections.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting on the couch, and I went, oh, oh yeah, I would. Oh, I would do.
Totally.
Okay. Because it was the first time I saw an American lens on the world.
Yes.
Not from an American, but including America.
Yeah.
I was like,
In
oh,
America.
yeah. I was like, oh yeah. No. Okay, that's a possibility. I was like, okay, I would do that. And I genuinely think I wouldn't have gotten the Daily Show if it wasn't for you. Genuinely.
Maybe.
I promise you.
Really?
I'm willing to bet money. How many months did you do it? Guest hosting?
3. Just 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, just the summer.
Just that 3 months alone?
I think maybe. I think there was real panic about John ever leaving. And I think at least it showed that staff was solid enough that somebody could do that job temporarily.
Yes.
I still don't think there was any confidence that somebody could do it forever.
Yes.
That someone could fill in for him in a panic. I don't think there was any real institutional confidence at Comedy Central of, oh, great, so someone else can do it. It still was very much his thing.
Yeah, but you being successful even at HBO made people go, oh, there's a possibility.
I think that was different.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I think what we were trying to do was stretch the form a bit. And it took us a while, but I think that Indian election was such a gift for a first show because, to my mind, there was nothing more interesting happening in the world that week than the Indian election. The largest exercise of democracy in human history. And it was nowhere on American television, which was just wildly insular. It felt nothing is happening in America that's more interesting this week than what is about to happen in India. That was almost a gift. From there, we had to kind of get out of our system, that rhythm from The Daily Show where you're just reacting.
Yeah, reacting.
And we did one show that wasn't very good, I remember, about immigration early on that felt like we'd done like a 10-minute headline that was really just, you could have kind of done it on The Daily Show. It was stuff that you'd already seen. It didn't feel good. Luckily, we had, I think it's that I'd shot an interview with Stephen Hawking that we did after that. And so that was the main thing that people thought about. For us, the real lesson that we learned that day was that what we wanted our show to be about was showing people something they hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
Because it felt like then you're actually using the extra time that you got. Otherwise, it feels like cheating. It's just doing one show a week that you could have written in a day or two, to be fair. Now, from that lesson on, we extrapolated our process out so that we're spending 6 weeks on each story, and you're just juggling them at the same time.
Yeah, you're just moving them around, and then choosing.
And you can force feed any story that you like on people. Then you can you earn the right to have an audience that will actually sit through something that sounds unbelievably boring, like mobile home financing, but the moment that you get into it, you realize how interesting everything is. You know this.
Yeah, everything is interesting. Everything is interesting if you know enough about it, I find.
Exactly.
That's literally what it is.
So you just need to give people enough information about it for them to be able to find it interesting. But that takes time. And commercial television, that is much, much harder. Because you need...
you
it's
can do
hard.
any duration.
Yeah, that is a big difference, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to hold people's attention. You take them on a long narrative story if you're having to say 6, 8, 9 minutes in, we'll be right back. 3 minutes of Twix commercials. And they're I forget where I was. So that is why it's much easier for us to be able to do like 40-minute long stories that sound like they're just in one breath because you can't leave.
I've always loved watching it, thinking about how many enemies you make in. Like sometimes I genuinely think to myself, I go, are there moments where John maybe can't get a loan, or maybe someone gives him a less favorable... No, because I think of like, how many times has your show been sued?
We've been sued a bunch of, not a lot of times. We've been threatened with lawsuits, huge amounts.
Okay.
Actual number of lawsuits is one handful, but we haven't lost any. That's the key thing. I always say to our audience,
undefeated.
That's the thing. It can be a fractious, albeit functional relationship with our lawyers, but I think we have like a different view of their job. Because I think what they think their job is to stop us getting sued.
Yeah.
And I think their job is to make sure that when we get sued, we win, right? And that part of it is everything that I love. When you know you're in trouble, the company's angry with you, your own lawyers are angry with you, the only people that are excited are the people that you work with. And you
And
think,
the audience.
And the audience, the audience, because they love, like everyone loves watching a car crash, right? And it's so much fun to be in that position. And it feels like to me, because it's not commercial, because you have full freedom of speech as well, that it is incumbent upon you, if you're lucky enough to be in that position, to push it as hard as you can.
So then, are you worried at all about all the mergers and stuff that are coming?
Oh, sure. But I mean, this would be
because your show would be HBO's under Warner. So if Warner gets sold, you would. If it was Netflix, you'd be under Netflix technically, or if it was Paramount, you'd be under Paramount.
Comcast, we're under Comcast.
And then they might break it up as well, and then of course everything could go everywhere.
Who knows? And it'll be like tied up in the courts. But this would not be our first merger, right? Well, this would be.
You were around for AT&T?
This would be our third merger.
How many have you been around for?
We were around for first. We were taken over. Time Warner was taken over by AT&T.
Okay.
Then AT&T was taken over by Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah.
And then Warner Brothers Discovery is going to be taken over by company ? So we'll see.
What do you think of the merger?
I mean, I think mergers are generally bad. I think you're always hoping for the least bad option.
Yeah.
And I think that the key thing for us is to act with enough aggression or confidence. Like I will act assuming nothing is going to happen. We're not going to change, right? I think we've been behaving the way we've been behaving for long enough that you can't really reason with us. So there's no point in doing that. There's no, you're not going to be.
You know what I just pictured? Like you and your team. Or like that village, you know those stories that they would talk about. Like every empire had it, whether it was the Romans or the Mongols or whoever it was, and there would always be this one village,
Chipping Norton,
where they went. You know what? We've technically conquered this whole area.
Yeah.
Just leave them. Just leave them. Just let them do their thing.
Yeah,
because
it's not worth it. You want to be that village. You want to be that village so unreasonable that gigantic corporate armies just leave them alone. That's all you want. Be enough trouble that you're too much trouble to deal with. Well, I mean, again, it's least bad, right? It's not like there's good options, like as played out during mergers. But these things come with cuts.
I have yet to see a merger that has done well for the whole. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like the only mergers that do well are outliers. Almost every merger doesn't do well. I don't understand why mergers are still a popular thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get tied up in courts because you can't really. There are going to be question marks on all of this, right? Because it's very hard to justify this legally. Now, whether that makes it impossible for it to happen, that's an open question.
Yeah.
But again, you can't waste time worrying about something that you're not going to listen to anyway, right? It feels like we're just going to do what we do. They're gonna, whoever they are, is gonna have to realize either you ignore us like that irritating village, or you're gonna have to take us around the back of the woodshed.
Do you miss the stand-up that you used to do?
I do. I love it so much.
You know, one of my favorite jokes ever is a joke of yours that I never heard you tell, that someone told me you told.
Uh-oh.
It was your R. Kelly joke, the ignition joke.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. What was that?
So the joke, it's crazy that I remember it. It was just one of my favorite jokes ever. So it was the John Oliver joke, and the joke was, it was basically you saying, I hate how my brain chooses what it wants to remember and what it doesn't want. And I'm paraphrasing everything, but it was basically, the premise was, I hate how my brain chooses what it wants to remember and doesn't allow me to choose what I want to remember. Because there's very important things that I want to remember in the world, you know, like the capital of this place or the laws and of this place. But instead, my brain is filled with random things. Like, so for instance, I went to a CPR class and I learned how to do CPR. Like, they taught me how to do CPR, and there's very specific steps that you have to do, right? I also heard R. Kelly's Ignition song, which I know all the words to. He's like, and John was like, I've never sat down and I've never learned the words. I've never tried to remember the words, but I know them all. It's the remix to Ignition. Then he like, when I was at the CPR class, they said to me, they were like, the CPR technique, the rhythm of it is the same as that's the rhythm of ignition. Yeah, so while you're doing it's the remix to Ignition, like that's what you got to be pumping to. And then John was like, but now I'm afraid that my brain will screw me up. I'm going to be on a plane one day. And he'll be like, oh my God, someone's having a heart attack. Can somebody come? And then John's going to come in there and he'll be like, I forgot the CPR. But he's like, it's the remix to Ignition.
Here's the amazing thing. I don't remember any part of that joke at all, but I do remember all the lyrics to Ignition by R. Kelly. So that, I don't know if that's my joke or not, but the premise stands up. R. Kelly, by the way, did Harrods screw him over for any purchases?
They should have.
Maybe that's their origin story. Maybe that's the beginning of it all, right? Is Harrods screws you over.
R. Kelly, like Michael Jackson, is really the victim when it comes to Harrods.
Leave the other women at the penthouse. Those two.
But I mean,
why can't the Al-Fayed family catch a break?
No, because you love stand. I'm assuming you still love stand up, right?
Yeah, I still do stand up. Yeah.
No, but you love it. Like
I love it so much. It's still like it calms me down like nothing else. I'll
Wait,
do
it calms you down.
Trevor, I will take that surprise from anyone but you.
No.
You know that, right?
It calms you down.
Yeah, it clears
this
your head.
is fully surprised.
Really?
Fully surprised.
You don't find it that way too?
Calming.
Yeah.
Invigorating, I would say yes.
Yeah.
Calming, no. What, Eugene? What do you calming? Which word would you use for stand up?
Avoiding.
Avoidance? Sure.
But how does stand up make you feel?
Oh yeah. Every time I do stand up, I'm like, thank God I'm naturally good at it, but I don't rely on it.
Okay.
Because
I'd be miserable.
Why?
Doing what?
If it's all I had to do, I'll die. So when I do it, I'm not going to suck. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So thank God for that part.
Okay.
But I'm like, thank God I don't have to come back here every day and do this thing to survive.
Huh. So that's what I think every comedian has a different, like, I don't
hate it.
Calm, I don't get, John.
No. And I don't get nervous.
Because when you first said, thank goodness I'm so preternaturally talented at this, you sounded like Cristiano Ronaldo at that point.
No.
You wouldn't even get the reference, or he'll think he's just some kind of puppet from the CIA.
No. But no. Eugene knows everyone in football just to troll people who know football.
Where I understand is that like the grind of stand, especially when you're starting off, right, where it is such a slog just to get by. I am very grateful that I don't have to do that exclusively, but I would never not want to do it at all.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying
English summed it up nicely.
That's 3 years. 3 years has paid off. No, but calm I don't get. Genuinely.
So for you, it's calming.
I find it. It clears my head.
Which part?
Like nothing else. I think just like the process of it, the fact it's, our show is so collaborative. There are so many moving parts. There is a simplicity, a directness to stand up.
Yeah.
That you can't really replicate. It's a fundamentally selfish exercise, right? And there's something I love about the social side of it, the fact that you're not socializing, like you can be an isolated person among a lot of people.
Okay.
Like you're with a lot of people, but you're alone.
Yeah.
Like there's a purpose to your day. You can structure everything around that.
See that?
What is your stand-up day? What's your...
Well, it depends. Like here, I get to do it once a month at the Beacon with Seth at the moment. So
no, but I'm saying like just a stand-up day
like
for you.
If I'm
what's
on
your
the
routine?
road,
What would you do? From the morning, from the time you wake up, what time do you wake up, and then what's your day before you go on stage?
Well, it changed over the year because I had kids, so my body clock is not what it was. I used to have the stand-up body clock where I could happily just sleep past noon and do things. Now I'm stuck between two worlds because my body wants to get up at 6 o'clock when my kids are getting up where they are. So I'm kind of up then. So for me doing stand-up right now, because I'm not in that regular routine, it's kind of trying to break the routine of the way my mind works.
Okay.
For writing.
All right. Okay. Got it.
The show and structuring the show and
it's
getting
it
back into. So exactly.
It's a vacation.
It's trying to think about jokes in the stand-up form, which is different, right? It's different. There are things jokes you would love on the Daily Show that would not work, and similarly, stand-up jokes that wouldn't work in the form of the Daily Show. So yeah, it's really just about trying to keep my love for stand-up alive, despite the fact I don't get to do it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it a whole bunch during the strike, just because it was the best way to...
there was like, now you're off the show and now you can go out there and you can do something.
So I just scrambled a whole bunch of dates and did a lot. That was the most I've done it. So for a few months I was out constantly because it felt like it was the only way that I could, help the staff pay, but also just the only way that it was going to stop my head from exploding.
Are your kids funny?
Yes, they are. Thank goodness. that would be hard.
Ronaldo.
Do you remember when they asked Cristiano Ronaldo? They're like, your son's really good at football. Do you think he'll be as good as you? And he was like, no. He's like, no, I don't think he'll ever be as good as me.
Struggle.
He's like, he'll never be as good as me. He's not focused. He drinks Coca-Cola. He won't be as... He's just like full... I was like, yo, bro. Not even like he has it in. He's like, nah, bro. He's like, this kid, nah. He doesn't have it in him to be the best.
Yeah, but at least he didn't lie.
Yeah,
we have one kid that's been lied to and is in the NBA now.
Wow.
Who are we talking about?
Wow.
Who are we talking about, Trevor?
Who are we talking about?
Here.
Who are we talking about?
Oh.
I'm not going to engage in your shit-stirringness at all.
In a cup?
At
not
all.
Not even in a plastic cup?
At all.
Shit is stirring in a plastic cup?
Not
even ceramic?
At all.
Just plastic cup?
No chance.
With a wooden spoon?
Zero.
Not even...
Nada.
Are you trying to bring Trevor into a high-profile NBA
This
beef?
guy's trying to bring me into beefs. That's what Eugene tries to do.
You're trying to suck him all the way into
This guy's trying to bring me into beefs.
I don't like the way you said suck him. It was...
Suck him into.
Into.
Yeah, but that's what stuck out. Because... Say it again.
Suck him into.
Yeah, but your suck him is strong. I'm not going to lie.
It felt like there was suction involved there. That felt like a vacuum.
Your suck him is strong. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. And after he said that, I just said, "This is the remix to Ignition, hard and straight out the kitchen."
Oh man,
Mama, what a song!
By the way, is Daniel Kitson going to come do more comedy on this? Like,
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, he's the greatest.
That's one of your favorite comedians, ne? I heard his name from you for the first time.
You guys are very close friends.
He was my best man at my wedding. Yeah.
You know what's funny is, like, I feel like you and Daniel have a relationship like me and Eugene, where
we have a relationship.
This is what I'm talking about. You see, I love it. See what you just did there? So, like, it's where two people meet. You're similar, but you're not the same. You have like a comedic undercurrent that connects you. When I met Daniel, I felt like I knew him because of you.
Yeah,
Daniel Kitson is, in my opinion,
Yeah.
the greatest comedian that most people do not know. But if you know comedy, he has to be in like your top 5.
Yeah, he's very good. Where did you see him?
Everywhere I could. Everywhere I could. Australia.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Melbourne,
Edinburgh.
Is the guy who loves late shows?
But again, the myth around him is people, I don't know if you've heard any of these, people be like, oh, the Daniel Kitson, he does shows at 12:01 or 11:59 because he likes how that, and you're like, wait, they're like, he does a show at 12:03 midnight, and you're like, and I heard all these myths about him. Or he only does a show at 1 p.m. because he wants real comedy fans. And then I met him and I was like, yo, man, I have to ask you about some of these myths. I'm sorry. And then Daniel was just like, he's like, oh, I put the show on at 12:03 because then it's the next day. Otherwise, if you put it on at midnight, it screws up most booking systems. So it's like, that's why I did that.
There's much more practical thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a hangover from the fact that when he won the Perrier Award, the big award in
Edinburgh,
I think that came
That's the Ballon d'Or of...
Yeah, it is.
That's right. See? Yeah, it's the Ballon d'Or of comedy. Right? In that, I imagine you think you have to pay for it somehow. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If Copstick has their way.
Yeah, when he won that, all of a sudden, he was finding there were people coming to his shows that he didn't necessarily want there.
Oh.
He didn't want
the commercial success.
He did no, yeah, he wanted to do his show the way he wanted to do it. He didn't want people there who he didn't want in his audience.
This makes complete sense.
And so he needed to get rid of some of that by making it more difficult
for them to watch
than it necessarily needed to be to come. So it was a filtering system, and it worked because the Perrier back then was such a gravitational force as an award.
It was huge.
All of a sudden, you were plunged into a certain kind of career, and he did not want that. So that came with a need to do things his own way.
Yeah, but the fact that he chose that's what I feel like with you in some ways is like,
I don't think
you have this
choice though.
No, but you have this thing where, how can I put it? So some people are famous because of what they do, and they love that fame.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And then there are other people who have jobs that are just attached to fame.
Mhm.
And if they could, they would
Yeah.
slice that out of their
Oh,
lives.
yeah,
That's how
for
I
sure.
feel about you.
Oh, for sure.
Like
Yeah, I don't
you
like
have
it
a
at
very like even if you win an award, you have a very like
I cannot wait to get off it because it's the weirdest place to be, and it's not a funny place to be. So I cannot wait. The only thing I like is when they play you off. I love the feeling of being played off an award ceremony. So the music, I love it so much. The thing that it's such an absurd situation to have to be interrupted by an orchestra. It's just, I love it.
But wait, okay, but help me understand it. What is it about? Because everyone has a different reason. That's why I'm interested. What is it about the fame or the spotlight or the anything that just like makes you
I don't
just
like
a
it.
little?
I don't like
Even
it.
now,
Wasn't
look
the
at your
plan,
body.
right?
I
Even
don't
now,
like it.
you
Yeah, I
just
don't like it. It's not. I don't like. I'm very conscious of the fact that because our show has become well known,
Yeah.
I am the face of that show.
Yeah.
And so there are things that you can do with that in terms of protecting your ability to say what you want, to not conform to a corporation who employs you.
Your autonomy.
To go, you can do whatever you want. So though the value of it is extreme there. That's the utility of fame, as you put it, is that you can do what you want in your show. Everything else around it, it is not for me. I don't have any kind of real
But I think that's
connection to it at all.
That's the comics curse, right? You want people to love you, but you want them to love you at your own terms.
Or you want them to love what you do, I would even say.
Yeah, but
So
they have
men-
to love you because there's nothing
but
else to
also you don't
distract them
want-
from you.
But it feels like it's two different. I was talking to this little girl in my
The
in my
remix to
kids
Ignition.
my kids class. No,
And R. Kelly are getting closer
No,
and closer
no,
in
no.
the same parallel zone.
She's at my kids' school, and she was. I think that at the start of a season, we had like pictures, or we had posters on the subway, and so she was very confused about like, why is there a picture of you on the subway?
That's
And
hilarious.
so I was trying to explain to her, I just do. I just do a show, and so they're trying to advertise that show, and that she went, I don't know what that means. I went, I do a TV show, and so we need people to know about it. And so then she said, "Are you famous?" I went, I don't think I'm famous because you're asking me this question. So I don't think I'm. I don't like the people that watch. There's some people watch the show, most people don't. So those people do know me. No one else knows. And you don't need to. You know me, right? You know me as Marzi's dad. So there's nothing. You don't need to worry about this. And she said, "I'm not worried about this at all."
I'm worried about Marzi.
She's like, I don't know what's happening to you right now. I just asked, why is there a picture? You're having an existential crisis in front of you. I'm 6 years old. How am I the mature presence here? I just asked.
Oh man.
Have you had the fame conversation with your kids? Do your kids know how famous you are?
No, initially.
How old are your kids now?
Initially, I didn't. They're 10 and 7 now.
Okay.
Initially, I didn't because there's no need to, right? And so if I just ran into people in the street, they would say, "Who's that?" And I would say, "Oh, that's just a friend." Like after some of the time.
It works
Then
until-
you realize, hold on, New York, what a friendly city. Everyone says hello. Actually, that's not the city that you live in. So then, and I didn't want to lie to them. Right? I didn't want kids at school to know things they didn't.
Yeah.
That was the problem when you realize, I think there are other kids that know.
That have figured it out.
Yeah, they figured
the
it out.
jig is up.
And you feel
Your kids
like
are the only
something
ones
is-
who don't.
Yeah, that something's been kept from you. I didn't want that to be the case. So I kind of explained to them as best I could. They came to see one show. The one thing that I thought that would be fun for them to see was when we were messing with that New Zealand Bird of the Year contest.
Okay,
Did you ever
yeah,
see
yeah,
about
yeah,
that?
yeah, yes.
I was dressed up like the Puteki
Right.
Teki. So I'm like in this huge, colourful bird
Is this how
costume.
you chose your kids to see you?
Yes. This is the only time they've been to my work. I'm dressed like a
Man, you're
giant,
my hero.
colourful bird. And then I realise that in their heads, understandably, they think that's happening every week. They think I'm Big Bird.
Like
So-
your suit is in your
'cause like
car, and that's your uniform.
6 months later, like I'm going to work, and he said, "Have you got the bird costume?" I'm like, "What bird costume?" "Oh shit!" Yeah, that was just a one-off. I just wear a suit. Yeah. But it's hard. It's hard. It's impossible for a kid to understand because it's not. It's important for them to like know what you're doing.
Yeah,
but,
but it's-
the more you describe it, the worse it sounds.
It's just it's yeah, it's weird. But I found if you explain it to kids like using class dynamics, they get it.
Huh.
Because they have their pictures up on walls. People know the class
Yeah.
captain. People, do you get what I'm saying? Then they sort of, what did you tell your daughter? What did you?
Yeah.
Whose daughter is this? Is it the daughter for the show that we're gonna fictitiously? Are they twins?
Whose daughter is this? I haven't acknowledged that yet. And you know that. You're bringing that up. You're returning fire because of that NBA thing.
Oh man!
Now you're trying to suck me into some shit.
Oh, this guy. Which daughter is this? No, but what did you say?
I think I didn't have to say much because we spend so much time together. Obviously, when people recognize you, they would recognize you from the thing that you do. So my thing was always denying it and say we look alike, and she'd be like, "No, it's him." So I
so like when people would be like Eugene, and
yeah,
you'd be like,
like,
that's not
"Dad,
me."
don't lie.
How do you describe stand-up to them?
I don't.
Yeah, all I said was they came to when I was down at last December. I was
Yeah.
doing the Kennedy Center, so I came and I said, "This is where I'm going to go and do my talk." I just said, like, I'm just going to stand and talk into this microphone because that makes sense. Because
That makes a lot of
they
sense.
talk in
Yeah, they
front,
talk
like,
in front of the class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm just going to be doing like.
I
a
think
talk
that
in
just
front of the
confuses
class.
them even more.
Oh, really?
I think your daughter relates more to your television work than your stand-up work.
Why?
Because that's the real thing. There's more people that she sees on television than she'll ever see doing stand-up. So
Oh,
stand-up will never be
right.
a thing. It's a thing that you
Until
you know,
they're old enough, then it's
Yes.
Yeah,
But
then
then
it'll
they'll
make sense.
understand that stand-up is the thing that got you the TV job.
Yeah, that's why I don't say it's stand-up. I say it's just talking because they can understand the concept of talking in front of a classroom. Makes sense. You stand on a chair and you talk to people and they
Yeah, but
listen. I just don't have
their
the
teacher
chair.
stands there and talks and he's poor. so the jig is up.
So you think I
Because
say
the remix to Ignition now.
I told that song is sticky.
no, it is. It really is.
That is about as catchy
Bounce,
as
bounce,
music
bounce,
has
bounce,
ever
bounce,
been.
bounce, bounce. No, that thing is just like no.
Mama rolling that body, got every man in the
Look at this. Look at this.
on coke and rum.
Ah,
I'm not
sober,
sober,
I'm drunk. It's the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Anyway,
Like-
he's a terrible human being.
you have to say that at the end of
You have to say
every-
it's a terrible
Yeah,
terrible
it's too
human
much.
being.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. I'd love to know what you think are the biggest existential crises that like America / the world is facing now.
Are you ready to take a sip?
I really hope that is a question you just ask all your guests.
No, it's just you.
Like if you could have one meal for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's one
Like
of
that
those-
kind of shit.
No, just you.
Well, here's the little
No,
party
okay.
joke. What's the biggest existential
No, I'll
crisis?
tell you why.
Oh, okay, Trevor. Just say you want us to go.
I'll tell you. Okay,
Either that
can I tell
or
you
there's
why?
football
Yeah.
is scam.
Can I tell you why? I'll tell you why. So, I'll ask you the question because I remember when I was fully immersed in the Daily Show, my worldview was shaped in many ways by everything I was reading in and around that space. Do you get what I'm saying? So, if you asked me at that time, I think I would have said something politics related, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I was so fully engulfed by this
Immersed,
world.
yeah, in it,
Yeah,
yeah.
fully. If you ask me now, because I spend most of my fun time reading about like monopolies and
Yeah.
corporations,
That's how
I'll
it
actually
is.
say that's the thing, and you
That's
know
your
that's
fun
about
time.
me. That is like my
Yeah.
fun
Yeah,
time.
reading finance.
It's that pickleball and then football.
Oh, pickle. Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
Ish.
You shouldn't be doing pickleball for another 35 years, shouldn't you? You play pickleball now?
Yeah,
Oof.
I love it.
Does
I love
he
it.
play pickleball?
Really?
Oof.
I love it.
He lives
It's-
there.
It's
Yo,
fantastic.
one day he dragged me there for 4 hours.
Only one day. I've dragged you there many days, my friend. Many. You know what I love about you though is you don't seem to learn the lesson. I really love this about Eugene. The first time he came along,
That's what I heard.
he was standing on the side and he was. I watched him at some point. The first 5 minutes, he was like, okay, and then I saw him look. You almost look like a parent who had brought their child to an activity, and then they were like, "How long do I have to stay
I
out
didn't
of
know it was
obligation?"
that long. I thought decent people, I thought they play a match and then they go home.
No.
Remember, all organized sport has a time limit.
Oh yeah, you're not
Football
wrong.
is 90 minutes. So I was like, if I
Oh, no, you're not wrong. No, I do like 4 hours.
And he's the Kaiser of.
Yeah, I do like 4 hours.
He shouts orders, let us play.
I mean,
And then he calls
I
people
just think
from
I'm
the benches.
motivational.
Cleaners are coming in, security guards. Everyone grabs that. Yeah, yeah.
We just have fun, John.
Yeah.
I have a good time.
Have you played pickleball, John?
No, I haven't played pickleball.
Have you?
Oh,
did you
no,
play?
I did play pickleball once.
Did you?
I thought it was fine.
Fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, and then the more you get into
Okay,
it.
sorry, Trevor.
But it doesn't do to me what it does to other
Do you
people.
still play
It'd be
football?
like taking heroin and going, this takes the edge off. Football, I love.
Do you still play football?
Football, yeah. We used to play Tuesday every. I don't play now. I don't.
What?
Play,
What
there's
happened-
no
what
time
happened?
now. Just family and work. I just don't have time now. But I
Not
used to
even
play
like
all the
to
time.
squeeze in like an hour.
No, I can't.
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
thought it would
no,
be
it's
like
brutal.
knees or something.
No,
I stopped because of knees.
just the concept of knees.
Just knees
yeah.
in general. I was seeing too many of them. No. I would go home and have these thoughts about knees, and I was just like,
Knees
I just
everywhere.
need I can't.
Oh,
no,
God,
no,
there's just 22 of them bearing down on me.
It was no. I especially running on AstroTurf, it killed me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, I can't do this. I played at Pier 40.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we'd play like a
Great.
midnight
Great.
game, and then we'd go. That was the hardest episode of the Daily Show every week, because we would finish a game
Oh,
at
yeah.
midnight, 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
and then 8 a.m. you're in the office trying to concentrate on what
After running
Mitch
on
McConnell
AstroTurf
is
at Pier
saying.
40.
I just got knees.
Just knees in your head. That's all I have. No, yeah, I've
Existential.
brought him along
Yeah.
a few
I
times.
hate it.
Yeah, but the reason I'm
first
saying
hour, I'm fine.
yeah,
Hour 4.
you're not wrong. I did take it too
Hour
far that
4.
day. You're not wrong, and I did apologize at the time. I
But
even
you were
said to
behaving
you,
like you're on steroids.
but I even said
Everyone
to
was
you,
tired.
I even said to you, I'm sorry. Did I not say I'm
No,
sorry?
you did say.
I did
But
from
you were
the
sweaty.
court.
I couldn't take
mean-
it seriously.
I did say I'm sorry from the court. I
Yeah,
said,
you
Eugene,
did.
I'm sorry. We took
Yeah.
it too far.
Yes,
I did
yes.
apologize.
Yes.
But going back, what I'm saying is your worldview. I find for anyone who spends a lot of time consuming information in certain spaces or spheres, they often have a different perspective on what they think is most dangerous for the world in that moment. You know what I mean? And so I'm wondering, because you're reading everything, you're engaging, you're doing research. You know what I mean? You're
That's a
consuming
good
so
question.
much.
I think my answer might be related to that. So rather than, because obviously mergers are a constant threat, and the most immediate one is always the most immediate threat. Like land disputes around the world.
Yeah.
Everything from like horrific in the medium term to systemic in the long term.
Yeah.
Right? I think in terms of a threat being existential, one of the biggest problems right now is the kind of information that is available to you to get.
Yeah.
That feels to me like an existential threat.
Say
What
more.
constitutes, because people are so siloed now and are so able to traffic in low grade information. One of the big things that I've learned by doing our show is that there is a huge amount of utility in having access to experts in the field that researchers will speak to.
Okay.
And you can get good primary source information. There is so much trash being passed around and confidently passed around. I worry about that. It's hard to have a conversation about anything when the information about that thing is so poor. That is my concern. Feels like in the past, people just didn't know about certain things. Now they can be confidently wrong about something, which I actually think is more dangerous. So that is my, I guess that is what would come to mind in terms of an existential threat. I worry about our information funnels right now.
Yeah, the analogy I used to use with some people is I'd say it would be the equivalent of people watching sports, whatever sport you want, and you have opposing teams, or you choose your teams. People already disagree on the game. That should have been a foul. That shouldn't have been a foul. But imagine if they were watching two different games.
Yes, right.
How would you even?
That's the problem.
Do you know what I mean? Now,
Yes.
now we're not even watching the
That's
same
the
game, and we're supposed to live in the same stadium, but we're literally not watching the same game.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So then any kind of shorthand of, we just need to come together. Any of that,
No.
like Joe Biden, this is not who we are. I think
Yeah.
you are so far off addressing the central problem here that this is functionally useless.
What would you change?
I don't know. It feels like it's something that societally is going to have to change. There's going to have to be a premium put on good information.
So where do you get your information?
Well, again, like that's where we are very lucky, and this is not scalable. I have a staff who can go out and speak to experts for weeks, produce a packet of good information.
Okay, yeah.
They can
Yeah.
update. They can find out, is this data still current? So often you're passing around data maybe in good faith. Doesn't apply anymore. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know
something
that study's been updated.
That's
yeah,
not
yeah,
true anymore.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. So I think that kind of information literacy is something I think people are going to have to get better at understanding. It may be that this generation of kids are going to be better, I hope, are going to be better at seeing through the garbage than older people are now.
Do you think AI makes it better or worse?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's imminently seems like it's making things significantly worse. But I hope that long term there are ways to fix that. But yeah, the kind of unearned confidence of these billionaire AI cowboys is not
I
inspiring.
like that, the unearned confidence.
Oh God, yeah.
It is pretty. I mean, that's a perfect way to describe it, because they approach a situation that they have never been in with the confidence of someone who has lived there for a
They
century.
just don't.
They make it seem like they exist in the future that they're preaching, and they're selling it to us as if it's already concluded in a good way.
Or just they're making decisions on a series of best case scenarios.
Yeah.
That feels like fatally problematic. I think there was a story about Kumail Nanjiani when he was doing that show Silicon Valley. That They would go up to Silicon Valley and walk around and like into these companies, these startup companies, and he would ask them kind of, yeah, what though if how could this be used for fascism? Just in general. And he would like see them go, oh yeah, we don't really think about that here. Like, oh, you don't? That's interesting. Feels like something you might want to think about. How could your product be used to hurt people? That might be part of the decision process you want to fold in to all of this.
There's a book I read about. Have you read the book Careless People? I think it is. It's a book written by this woman from New Zealand who basically started working at Facebook as a sort of like international liaison, like their diplomat. And she talks about how even when Facebook was starting to become the de facto social media platform around the world, they did not think they needed to care about how their platform could be used. Right. Like they were just like, no, that's not us. We have nothing to do with that.
That is the most obvious example. So bring the world together. Let's share information.
We have
all of
nothing
those
to do
ads.
with
Next thing you know, what's happening in Myanmar?
Yeah.
Oh, that can't be anything to do with us. Oh, it's very much to do with you. You've just thrown gasoline over what was happening.
Yeah.
So now what are you going to do about it? Oh, well, we're going to learn. Are you? Or is that just something you can say you're going to do?
Yeah.
That is what I'm concerned about.
Do you keep your kids off social media and
Yes,
everything?
absolutely.
Do they have phones?
Nope.
How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
Well, it's easier now. They're 10 and 7, right? So they're not really going anywhere that I'm not as well.
That's why you don't
I
play
have a
football
phone.
anymore.
Yeah.
Prison warden took over.
But is it amazing how often now even my 7-year-old, he basically treats me like Siri. He'll just say, "Look it up, type it in, type it in."
You asked for that job.
That's right.
You know what I love?
Pete Alonso. Type it in.
What I also
type it
like
in.
about this.
Hey Siri. Hey Dada. Hey Dada. Hey Dada.
What I also like about this though is I'm assuming she has an American accent.
Oh yeah.
So you're like her English butler,
It
essentially.
is. You know what is odd?
Or
is
her
that
kidnapper in public.
You never.
If you don't have the same accent as your child,
That is
the thin line. Eh?
It's the craziest thing, though,
I
because
know,
it's the
yeah.
stupidest thing that I'd never considered was that it didn't occur to me that they would not. When you grow up, the idea of having kids, you always think they'll sound like you.
Yeah.
So
Mini
it is
version of
odd
you, yeah.
the first time it hits your ear, and they're around for a while not speaking, right?
Yeah.
So it feels like, oh, there's going to be hello, how you doing? Oh, nice to see you. That's coming out one day.
Chipping Norton all the
And
way.
then, and then the first time you catch them saying, "Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you," or what any kind of like American R. And
Yeah.
you go, oh, yeah, of course, that makes sense. You're going to sound like the people that you're around all the time. But
And even better for them is they've got the immigrant dad. Because you realize for them,
yeah,
in your head, you're normal. Right? For the most part, in your head, you're normal. In their world, when they grow up, they're going to be American kids and they're going to be like, oh yeah, oh my God. I remember my dad always be like, oh, are you going to put that away?
Oh,
Are you going to put that? Like you are.
That
Peppa
is
Pig's grandfather.
that is when you really realize I've got an American accent. Is when they do a shift when they're doing an impression of me.
Yeah, there
Hey,
you go.
Dad, you know how Dad is? He's all, oh, you got to put your toys away. You're like, hey. You're getting a little confident with that accent. It's okay when I do that voice. It's not, don't give me the Dick Van Dyke version of this. It's
That's
true.
a good bit. That's a good
Do they get to go back to England? Do they spend
Yes.
time there?
Yes. They love it. So yeah,
How long do they spend? Like, how will you like do the thing of shipping them off for like 6 weeks or?
No, we haven't done that yet.
That's a South African thing.
No, I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people around the world like
Ship off kids for 6 weeks?
Yeah, like I
country
find,
where they
I
come
find
from.
people, people who
Oh.
come from another country. Doesn't matter where they'll be like, oh, my kids are going to Colombia for 6 weeks, or so they're going to go back to South Africa for 6. They're going to go back to England for like the summer period.
What are they hoping
Oh.
it's going to do?
Oh, because summer's
It's
so
just-
long here.
Yes, that's the thing.
Because we have like in our summer holidays in England, we're like 5 weeks, five and a half.
No, here
5.5
summer's-
weeks in total.
it's
Here
mo-
it's
it's
like
months.
months and months. Yeah.
So people will send their kids if they come from a place and they can send their kids back. They'll just be like, oh, the kids are back in wherever. Some of my friends are like, oh, the kids go to Trinidad and they go there for like months in the summer holidays.
Oh yeah, no, then
And it just gives them back their, So I was wondering if you do that.
What does it give them back?
Their vibe. You know what this is.
Gyroscope.
You know what this is. Come on, Eugene. So what's the longest they've gone?
The dogs has only been like 10 days. It's just taking them back for a week, walking them around. But I like
Walking them.
Well, yeah, it is walking them around because you want to see them in the places you were. Like,
And they don't care much.
no, but it was like the thing that was most meaningful to me was, especially because of the pandemic, right, where they didn't travel as little kids, they didn't go much.
Yeah.
So last summer I took them back. I remember taking them to Dan's house, to Kitson's house.
Yeah.
And there was something very meaningful to me of seeing them on the stairs outside his house, on the couch where we would play FIFA, and to see them sitting in that place in his world. That really made me feel like, when as an immigrant, you're fractured, right? There are little parts of your
Everywhere.
life everywhere. So when some of those things combine, it can really give you a sense of, oh, this makes sense. Look.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Do they play FIFA?
No, they haven't done yet.
They don't
Okay.
need phones.
I badly
Yeah, but you
want
might
them
have a
to.
console. What do you mean?
Yeah, they don't have a console
Do they support
yet as
Liverpool?
well. They absolutely support Liverpool. That is
Wait,
the
wait, so-
one thing that is non-negotiable.
Oh, so you haven't given them
They
a
can
choice.
choose they can choose everything else. I wasn't given a choice. My dad said, "We support Liverpool." I went, okay, that's fine.
I'm always torn on
So
this. I
this
feel
was-
like
oh,
some
no.
I feel like parents maybe should give their kid an option to say, "Hey, this is the team I support. I'm going to let
Yeah.
you watch other teams, and then you decide if you also want to support this team."
I technically gave him a baseball team option, but I think I did like thumb the scale. I just said, "Do you want to support the Mets? The Mets? The New York Mets? Or you want to support the Yankees?" Oh, I support the Mets. There you go. Great. We got it. So you technically had a choice. You had a choice.
We'll be right back after the short break. How much of a Liverpool fan do you think you are? Like how many of your hour, like your thinking hours, do you think are consumed?
Thinking hours is such a good way to put that, because the honest answer to that is like it's whenever your mind is at rest, it's going there. So
It
you can
is.
really rack up the hours. Then if you're thinking about happy thoughts, sad thoughts, anxious thoughts, like right now I'm thinking about Mo going to AFCON and how he's going
yeah.
to do over there.
You wish him well?
I do wish him well. Of course,
Yeah.
I wish him well. Yeah, I wish.
I also wish he didn't have to go, because now I feel like he
Yes.
just got back to a good place with
Wait,
the
you
team.
wish he doesn't go and represent the continent that he comes from?
Don't you put that? You see, you trying
You're
to
doing
start
it
beef.
again.
You see,
You're
you and the
doing it
beef.
again.
You see
Yeah.
you. You see you now.
Wait.
Is this because I took you to pickleball? Just say it, Eugene. Don't.
A 4-hour marathon.
Is that
No,
yeah?
no,
that's
no,
right. It was
no,
around the 4th hour.
You know why?
I'm
Because
gonna-
we
I'm
just-
gonna
we
get
just got back
Trevor
to-
declare war on Egypt.
No, we just got back to. I wish the timing was different, because we just got it felt like, oh, him, his smile, the
Yes, the
team, the
smile.
coach, the win.
Yes.
We needed it.
But maybe doesn't he need to go home to refresh and come back happier?
I don't know if AFCON
Maybe-
refreshes you.
Here's my confusion.
John, can I ask
with
on a
people-
selfish
yeah,
level? Wait, before you go,
Yeah.
can you do an episode on Manchester City?
What about the fact it's a beautiful team built on blood money?
My man. Have you heard about Herod selling Michael Jackson?
I can't
Never
come
mind.
with, no, I'm going to take that back. I have to do that.
Retract.
No, what were you gonna ask him?
No, I was going to say, whenever I watch people who love football, especially top level football, I'm thinking to myself, in that field, there's a bunch of foreigners, right? With their lives, who've left their homes, who get incentivized very well to play for this team for our amusement and the sponsors, obviously, payback. But life happens, they get injuries, they move on. The Mo Salah thing happens. So in all this time of being a fan of an individual inside a team, institution, you've never thought they'll have to one day be put to pasture or move on to some other things?
No, I think it's ephemeral, right? Which is why you try and enjoy it so much when it's happening. You don't expect victory or pleasure from football. You kind of know it's a much more complicated relationship, and you know that you should take the joy when you get it, and you should, absorb the stress, the anxiety, and the misery when it comes. You know that even with Mo, we love this guy Jurgen Klopp, right?
The coach.
It was clear that was never going to last forever. That was not going to be like a long Alex Ferguson run. He's always just done these 10 years. One of the many, many ways in which he's a unique man is he would have these unique, intense periods with the club. So you knew it was not going to be forever, which is why it meant every second of it meant so much, because you know it's going to come to a close. And I think I felt the same with Mo. When you know that something's not going to last forever, all you want is the best possible ending for the thing that's meant so much to you. And you want that for him as well. He deserves a good ending to Liverpool, whenever that ending is. And it shouldn't be now, because this would not be one.
What would a good ending look like for... Because I love Mo Salah. I love his new haircut. I love his fade. I think he's evolved quite well with it. So I'm like, okay, this man changed his hairstyle. He's changed many people's lives. How would you like his career to end?
You led with that with Mo Salah. You led with he changed his haircut. He changed so many lives.
First for him,
what an amazing thing! Sure.
First for him, then for you all.
You say
murals are being changed right now in Egypt.
A guy who's single-handedly changed how Muslims were viewed. You go, he changed his hair that one time. And I think at the end of the day, that's what we'll remember. It was big and then it was tight. Anyway, Mo, thanks for everything you've done.
That literally sounds like how Trump would describe it. If you ask Trump, because he never admits that he doesn't know anything. So if you said, President Trump, what do you think about the Mo Salah thing? He'd be like, Mo Salah did a lot of things, big guy, did a lot of things, had the hair, changed the hair. That's right,
it was big.
Changed a lot of lives. Changed the hair. Hair was big. Then it became small. Then it became small. I love it. Good guy.
Mural artists are losing their minds, having to alter the
seemed like he was going bald. One trip to Turkey. We all know what he did. We all know what he did.
What would they have? Because I watched the game over the weekend where he did that assist. And then the goal went in, and then my friends were happy.
Yes.
They were all jubilant, and I was happy with them because I'm that kind of guy. I share in my friends' pleasure. But then when you say you want an ending for him that's befitting.
Yeah, but that was what I was worried about. Without that game, I was worried that we were hurtling to the opposite of that. We were hurtling towards an ugly ending that was in no way representative of everything that he's done for that club and for his hair.
And him not starting the game obviously made it worse, right?
It made it much worse, because I think he felt like he had been snubbed, that he was not his work, what he had done.
His contribution,
follically and with football,
follicles matter more.
was not being respected.
Right.
I don't know that he was entirely wrong about that. To me, he wasn't playing particularly well, but I think it was not wrong to infer a level of disrespect from it. So I was desperate for that situation to be handled and diffused, because the idea of it ending that way would have hurt, I think, lastingly. He is a singular figure, and it feels like generally statues should not be built for footballers, not just because they can be embarrassingly bad like that one Ronaldo one, but but because
I even know that one. Where he looked like he had a stroke.
They are overpraised in so many ways, but what Mo has done transcends football. How he carries himself as a human being transcends football, and I just didn't want it to end badly, and I hope it doesn't now.
Yeah, I would say it like this: it's whether it's sports or not. Just think about the moment you get to say goodbye to the thing that you were part of, and the thing that you were part of turning into a success.
Right.
Whether you're at your office and you're leaving,
Yeah.
it's nice to be able to have the cake, have everyone come around, say goodbye, versus people come in on Monday and you're just not there.
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah, gone. Where's the desk?
Yeah.
Gone. No, that's not an ending. Do you know? That's what it felt like it was about to be, by the
Yes.
way.
And that felt wrong. That felt like there were going to be hard questions to answer if that was the way things ended.
No, it wasn't going to be.
Because he definitely deserves much more than that. He was here in New York for the Time 100. Wait, you were there that night too?
Yeah, I
right?
was. Yeah, I was.
Did-
No,
yeah.
I was there. Yes.
So he was there because he had a game like on Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't
Remember,
know
he was
that.
just in for the night.
No, but when did we went to a game? I remember the game that we went to. Do you remember?
Yes,
And we were standing
that's right.
backstage.
Oh yeah. Oh, that
The
was.
memories are flooding back.
Because it was my one time that I have nothing to say to Jurgen Klopp. I just wanted to see him. Then Big Verge, he walks out, he sees Trevor, says, Trevor looks at me and he says, "All right, Zazu." I went, "Excuse me?" "Excuse me, Verge?" Did you know that I'm the new Zazu, or do you think I'm Rowan Atkinson? I'll take either, by the way. I'm happy with either. When I was with Mo at the Time 100, I remember I was trying to say to him what he meant to me, stumbling my way through it, and he's like listening in his patient way, and then he said, "Do you know Khaleesi?" What?
Mother of Dragons.
Yeah, I said. What
Oh
you
my
mean?"
goodness.
And he said, "Khaleesi's over there. Can you please introduce me to Khaleesi?"
Oh man.
No.
Oh man.
If that's what you want, then I will